Hey guys, how's everybody tonight? I heard the door shut, so that means the barn door's shut because Tanner came in. He was missing in action for a minute. And we have little tiny fruit flies down here, and I do not like them. So sorry about the extra bright lights. We'll fix that in just a second. But I want to say hi to everyone. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, all right? And meanwhile, we are going to do something real quick to close some windows out. Stories from the Signal is in the house. Good to see you. I'm going to put a link up in chat. If anybody wants to come up and hang out, please do. And then we'll talk a little bit about our plans for moving forward over the weekend with the Big Fat Giveaway and Relic Bingo and everything else. And Patrick says, we can hear you. That is awesome. Good to see you. And Patrick, I love the idea of what you put out for your giveaway. I think that is so clever. Sandy Robinson is in the house. Good to see you. I've got Treasure Hunter X is here but not AFK. Away from keyboard. Okay, it took me a minute. Dwayne Norvell is here. Has gotten extremely lucky lately. He's gotten 3 of the seats in our big fat giveaway just through snail races, and we've been doing these snail races in the afternoon, just for fun, just a little something different to do. And we are going to do something like that tonight too. So we'll be able to have a nice long slow race for a little bit, not a 3-hour race, just something else. But who else we got here? We got Maine Relic Hunters. Good to see you. Talca Detector. Hola. It's good to see everybody. I appreciate it. Let me close a few things out here and then we can get started. So I just need to put in some data here. That needs to go. That needs to go. Sorry, I should have closed these windows out before I started because then we would have been good. But this way, we'll get it done real quick and we'll be done. Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunters in the house. Good to see you. We got Mark TBH is here. Good to see you as well. And you guys just all greet each other. Make sure everybody's got a blue wrench. If somebody doesn't have a blue wrench, speak up. And let me just do this real quick. And that way we are good to go. And I have to send an email too. Let's see, this is, I have a tendency to leave things open on my computer, and I don't want to do that. Six, 7. And I have 6 windows to close. That's what I'm working on. And go ahead and drop this over here. We're also going to be doing some hot seat giveaways, races and stuff for more seats in the Big Fat Giveaway. I now have 42 prizes on the wheel, so we've got lots to go around. And let's see, it looks like we've got, have we said hi to everyone so far? I think we're doing okay. Maine Relics is in the house too. Good to see you. So I know there's lots of choices now on Friday nights for things going on. Appreciate you guys being here. And we're going to do an early bird giveaway to start out the day. So put in this and that will get the winner a prize on our bingo prize wheel. And let me go ahead and pull up the giveaway tool too. And we got, let's see, this is it. Help if I could spell early bird. There we go. We'll share screen. Oops, we got spelling Las Vegas. You have Erie bird, unless I did it wrong. No. Early bird gets the worm. That's right. Now let me go ahead and finish getting this in here. Just checking a whole lot of boxes, and then I can turn off this extra monitor and it won't be so bright in here. I like worms when you're detecting. It means the soil is healthy. Did you know that? I just don't like cutting them in half by accident because that's kind of gross. Let me see if I can find that. Here we go. And who we got here? We got 7 in. 4 people have typed in early bird. So I guess you guys have a 1 in 4 chance. I will give people about another 25 seconds and then we're going to call it. New Horizons is here. Good to see you. And I have no idea what else is going on today, but I do know that there's been a number of different streams hitting on Friday night, including KCMD and including oh gosh, I think Liz Diggun Canuck's been doing Friday nights too. So it's been kind of busy, and we it's just been one of those things people have to figure out where they want to spend their time, which is okay. Let me just do this real quick because it's November. And I need to put in the 25th. And 14. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. These little bugs are making me crazy, and I don't know where they're coming from. They're the little fruit flies, I think. Save that. Make sure all these windows look good, and we'll close them out. Get them out of the way. I think that looks good. That one looks good. That one looks good. That one can go. And we can log out. Sorry about that, guys. I was logged out and ready to be done with work, but I realized I hadn't filed one report. So that's what I just did. And you guys got to watch. So there you go. And I'll log out all the way and we'll be done with that crap for the night. All right. So close that out. How many windows do I have? Close that one, that one. Oh, I got one over here. I still got to close here. That one too. There we go. Much better. All right. Don't forget to smash that like button. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate your being here. And we're going to close all the extra windows we no longer care about for the night. There we go. Perfect. Oh my. Yeah. New Horizons says she's been cleaning up after the hurricane. How bad was it where you are? And we're going to go ahead and draw our early bird. Peach State Explorer. Hello there. It's good to see you. I'm going to add you as a moderator. And we're going to Las Vegas, you retracted your message twice. What's going on? Oh, that's the spelling of early bird. Okay. Um, and Keystone History Hoarders is here. Hey, I put a link up if you want to come up. I had shared you out again on my stream this afternoon, and hopefully this time your 1,000 will stick. So I'm going to put a link up if you want to come up and hang out for a bit. Here you go. Hey, Joy. It's good to see you, Joy. Thank you so much for being here. Joy is a great supporter, and if you guys haven't checked out her channel, please do. I did put a link up on StreamYard. If anybody wants to come up and hang out, you guys are more than welcome to do so. And I am going to Yes, thank you so much. I actually made the numbers. So I am at 4,000. I'm now officially can be monetized. I put in the application to YouTube and I'm just waiting. So thank you so much for everybody who played my playlist or helped out. And we're going to go ahead and draw, put in hashtag early bird. And if we're going to go ahead and draw, and then I was going to run upstairs real quick because I need to grab an extra roll of quarters so we can play some of the quarter game. But I kind of wanted to see first who all's in the house, and also wanted to see how the Relic Bingo went tonight. I was going to start the stream early, but I ended up having to work. Today was our month-end close, so I needed to finish out the shift before I could do anything else, which was stupid, but it is. And thank you, New Horizons. I don't know how long it's going to take to actually have the monetization thing be approved. I just put everything in, and now that it says it's under review. So I'm hoping they get it done fairly soon since we've got these live streams going this weekend. But we'll see what happens. I'm good either way. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draw early bird. Everybody got their hashtags in? Hashtag early bird, and good luck. And it's Sandy Robinson. Congratulations. You'll have a spin on the wheel. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to get going immediately into just a good old-fashioned duck race. And this is for a spin on our prize wheel as well. So we're just getting warmed up here, and we're going to do is we're going to get a couple races going, and then once the races are going, now, do you guys want to race for the regular prize wheel, or you want to race for a spot on the big fat prize wheel? It's up to you guys. The only difference is whether or not you spin tonight and get a prize, or if you want to wait till we get to the whatchamacallit, the big fat giveaway. And actually, I want to look and see. Tomorrow is going to be October 1st, and we're doing an Oktoberfest stream, and I'm wondering if there's an Octobery theme I can use for the races for tomorrow. Yeah, it might be the sack race might be as close as you get to the fall thing. Oh, they got the witch race timer too. Superhero race. Let's see. We got mermaid races. What do you guys want to do tonight? I really did like the Halloween race, but we're going to hold off on those right now. There's a turkey race. That's pretty cool. And there's a pilgrim race as well. See, they've got all sorts of clever things. Thank you, Joy. Appreciate your hanging out with us for just a little bit. I'll check you out a little bit later. I will be on. You know me. I stay up late. We're going to do, just to get started, we're going to do a dog sled race because I want to see what it looks like. It's a little different. And we're going to do, let's see here, it'll get participants. And just for fun, let's do this. Why don't we do a race for everybody that's here? First place will get a spot on the big fat prize wheel. Last place will get to spin the bingo prize wheel just for fun. So usually last place only gets a sticker pack, so this will be kind of different and kind of fun, I think. Hopefully you guys think this is fun too, because that's why we do it. Oops, hit done. And edit list. And I got to shorten up a few things because we wrapped 2 lines. That's a little much. Okay, so here we go. Now, make sure I got everybody. Let's see here. Live chat. Okay, so I'm going to read off the list, and if anybody else just came in, you guys let me know if you're not on the list. Okay. And I'm going to make the list. Oh, I'm not even sharing the right screen. Let me share the right screen. Yeah, I'm right on top of things today. Sherry Lynn is here, Dwayne Norvell, and let's go open up this tab. Okay. And I got Dwayne Norvell, Joy. I got Keystone History Hoarders, Lavuth, Mark TBH, New Horizons, Peach State Explorer, Sandy Robinson, Sherry Lynn Martin. I've got Squirrel and Stories from the Signal, and Dwayne Norvell is in. Anybody else? All right. So we're going to do is we're actually going to set a little longer race, and the reason for that is that we're racing for the big fat prize wheel. So we're going 999. Haven't done that one before. At least it's not 9 hours. It's not 9 hours. 9 minutes, 99 seconds. Gonna set that, and we'll shuffle characters. Oh, Carla's here. Can't miss out on Carla. Here, let's edit the list. We'll get Carla in as well. You squeaked in just in time, girl. We're doing a special race. First place gets on the big fat prize wheel for the weekend. Last place will get a spin tonight on the bingo prize wheel. Who's going to commentate? I don't know. You want to come up and commentate? You said no. I think we're just going to go with the sounds. All right, and then I'll be back in to commentate shortly, but right now we're going to go full screen so everybody can see what's going on. And we're going to go full screen here, super full screen. Come on. Okay, that's not very super full screeny. Let's do this. There's that better? Yeah, that's better. All right. Yeah, shuffle characters one more time, and good luck, everyone. Hey there. I got to turn this music down. It sucks. I really don't like any of the music they offer. BC Treasure Trails is here. I can get you into the next race. This was our early bird race, and we already had early bird Sandy won a prize spin, and right now we're racing for the big fat giveaway, and whoever's in last place also gets a prize spin. We got BC Treasure Trails in the house. Upstate New York Diggers is here. Good to see you. And we're going to add you guys to the list for the next time. So is anybody here? New Horizons said that you were cleaning up. So are you in Florida or are you in South Carolina? Chu is in the house. Good to see you, Chu. I'm making a new list right now for people to do the next race. Make sure you comment so that I can pick you up. We're getting down to the last minute or so of the race. Let's see what we got going on here. Looks like the Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter is pulling ahead. And then the rest of the pack is literally neck and neck. Pack, get it? Pack. Once again, you're falling off the screen. I'm sorry. You know it happens. Let's just see who comes up next. You know, whoever's in has got the dog race number 8 is totally off the screen. So is number 6. Carla Ainsworth's pulling forward. We've got 51 seconds left. And it looks like Keystone History Hoarders is also coming forward. Now, in order to claim your prize on the big fat wheel, you always have to be here. So make sure that you are here when we're doing these things, if you're looking for a spot. Otherwise, we go ahead and pass it down to the next person. And we're going to be short timing on this so that if people are toggling back and forth between different streams tonight, they're going to have to be really on top of things just to make it that much more challenging. Upstate New York Diggers in the house now. Good to see you. Got Chu, Danny D, DC Diggun is here. And let's go ahead and get our list going here. We got 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and it will be Keystone History Hoarders. Congratulations. Very good. Keystone History Hoarders has it. And you know what? I want to go up to his site real quick, and I want to see if he is holding his position. And if not, we're going to put his link in chat. So Keystone, you've got roughly 30 seconds to claim your prize. If you're here, please state so. If not, we're going to go ahead and pass it to the next person. All right, Keystone, you got about 25 seconds. 20. 15. Keystone History Hoarders, are you in the house or did you just pop in and pop back out? I got 17 watching. Keystone, you are our winner if you call in the next 10 seconds. And the countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was a bug. Nope, it's still flying around. That's going to make me crazy. All right, Keystone is not in the house. Let me just make sure. Let me check my participants list. I don't see him on there. And I do not see him on there. So let's see who gets it. Houston, we have a problem. No, we do not have a problem because we have second place will get the spot. Ready? Let's see who got it. Sandy Robinson, congratulations. Is Sandy in the house? I think she is. So Sandy Robinson, you're doing really well tonight. So far, you're on the big fat wheel and you get a regular prize wheel as well. Congratulations. And don't tell Keystone he missed out because, I was about to show his link too. Let me go ahead and I wanted to check and see if his 1,000 is holding this time. Congratulations to Sandy Robinson. You got a spin on the big fat giveaway this weekend. And I'm checking Keystone History Hoarders real quick. His 1K is holding. So that's good. I'm sure that in and of itself is a prize. So appreciate you guys who went over there and threw him some subs this afternoon to make up the difference because YouTube had purged some of his subscribers and he was above 1,000 on my last live stream. And then the next morning he'd lost like 12. So now he's back up and that's awesome. And congratulations, Sandy. Now let's see who has last place because Sandy has first place. She gets a big fat prize wheel spin, but whoever gets last place is going to get a regular wheel spin. And it is Joy. Joy Carcueva, are you in the house? I'll give you 30 seconds. If Joy's not in the house, then it will roll up to Carla. Yeah, me too, Patrick. It happens. YouTube has so much infrastructure, and they must have something that just automatically does these things to try to keep channels from exploding with fake subs, is what I'm thinking. And that's why they do the purge. And I can understand that. But I got to tell you, it's it is a pain when you're earning your subs and then they disappear all of a sudden. It's like, oh man. So, all right, we're gonna give a 10-second countdown to Joy. And if Joy's not here, then the last place prize will go to Carla. So we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I know you're here, Carla. 5, 4. I think Joy had to leave and go do her live stream. 3, 2, 1. And Carla gets the spin. Congratulations. And so now we're going to do this. We are going to fix our deal here. And we're going to be taking anybody who's not here gets taken off the list before we continue with the races. So we're going to look and see who all is in the house and we will get the races going again. And let me put a link up if anybody wants to come hang out. We're going to do that as well. There's a link to StreamYard. And let me see here. So who all here has let me hear live chat. Who all here has been in the snail races and thought that was fun? Because I kind of was enjoying having the opportunity to stream in the afternoon. It was not the best thing to do with in light of, like having to work at the same time. I wasn't getting much done today. But I thought it was kind of fun. It was kind of something different to do. And I may do snail races again sometime. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I probably won't run any during the weekend. The spots that I'm trying to give away as many spots as I can for our live stream on Sunday. Patrick's here. Hey.
For our live stream on
Sunday. There we go.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. So I have to, I'm glad you came up because I wanted to ask you about this giveaway that you're doing.
Yeah.
Because for anybody who hasn't seen it, I'll drop a link into chat here in a minute. Patrick is doing a very special giveaway for 200 subscribers. Is that right?
Yep. Which I've exceeded at this point, but yeah.
Do you want to just tell them straight up what it is?
Yeah. So a little difficult to explain. I put a video together on it, but one of my finds that I pulled out of dig stock when I was in North Carolina last March was a lock plate, the face of a lock, and the lock went back to the 1800s. And I was in Asheville, North Carolina, visiting my daughter who goes there for college, and I came upon a street artist who is literally sitting on the corner of a street with a small little desk and a typewriter, and she
Oh,
will.
really?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's amazing. So she will ask you a bunch of questions, and then for $20, or if you want to tip her more, she'll literally sit there and type a poem custom made for you. And
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah, so when I met her, I had asked her. I said, "Hey, I do a YouTube channel, and I would love for you to write a short story for me. I know it's not a poem." And so she wrote this story. Let me grab it real quick.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So this here is the lock plate I found.
Uh-huh. I'm
Uh,
gonna grow you. Hold on. There you go.
There we go. So that's the lock plate I found, which by itself is it's a cool find. I think that's one of the things we do as detectorists. When we find something, we add more value to it than I mean, let's face it. I don't know that anyone would necessarily buy this from me. Not
Mhm.
that I would look to sell it, but so I asked her to write a story, and I didn't have
Mhm.
it on me, but I showed her a picture of it, and so this is what I got from her.
Okay.
So it's this hand typed story that she wrote, and I
Uh-huh.
actually did a video on this. So my giveaway links to the video where I did this story.
Okay.
It's like historical fiction, or it's all fiction based on this relic. So
Okay.
the giveaway is basically I'm looking for people to, and all these instructions are in the video. It's not that complicated. I'm looking for them to either email me a photo of an item that they have that they want this woman to write a story for,
Uh-huh.
or if you have a channel and you want to do a little video yourself, where for example, like you would just take, like, if this was your item, for a real short, like under 2-minute video, just say, explain what the item is, and whatever short description you want to give. You don't have to talk too much about it, but any information you want to give, like where you found it, maybe why it's important to you. And then what we'll do is I'm actually going to leave it up to Catalina, who's this woman who does the poetry. She's going to pick her 2 favorite items, and she's going to write a story. So much like this one, she'll write a story, and we're going to get them framed and then sent to the winners. So there'll be 2 winners that will get stories to tie to their items. So you can imagine, like if you have this in your collection, having
Uh-huh.
this with it is just that much more valuable, right? It's just adds life to something that is just there. So
Okay, see, and this is actually helpful that you came up and explained this because the whole time I was watching your video about this, I thought Catalina was your wife.
no, she's not. No, no, no.
But you
No,
have a wife, right?
I do have a wife. Yes.
What's
Yes.
her name?
Her name is Kim. Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Kim's not picking it and writing a story, it's this
Nope.
other lady.
Nope.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I didn't understand,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
maybe I wasn't paying attention enough, or I just the way you were talking, I was like, I just thought it was, that your wife was Catalina. I'm like,
Oh,
"What
no,
a
no,
great
no.
name for a wife." Okay.
And
So
then what we can do, and I'll leave this up to the winners. What we can do is we can collaborate on a video once the story is written for the item. And
oh, neat.
like in your case, with your own channel, maybe you want to take the story and kind of do what I did. Like if you go back and watch the prior video on this lock plate,
Uh-huh.
I gave a little historical context on the lock plate, and I basically just read the story and put some footage around it. So if whoever wins, if they want to do that with me, I'll be happy to help. I'll be happy to
Mhm,
host it on my own channel, or if in your case you have a channel and you want to feature the story on your channel,
mhm.
it just brings life to an item that's just part of your collection. So
Okay.
I think ultimately what Catalina would be looking for is a combination of the uniqueness of the item and then the uniqueness of like your description of it or what drew you to that item as to why you wanted to share it.
Well, I think also it's what sparks her imagination.
Yes. Yes.
Essentially, um, it has to do with like, because it's like writing poetry. And our Patty DeSharoon writes poetry, and it's you got to have like a
Mm.
little spark in order to build a fire,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So I could see where that would be part of it. And Patty, welcome to the stream. I think that's just such a unique and original way to give things away. I love that. I actually shared your thing on my channel
I
on the
appreciate that.
channel
Yeah.
tab and told everybody to get in on it and check it out. I'm still debating because I have a couple different items that I think would be really cool for this. One of which is something I found in a thrift store
Oh,
like
neat.
30 years ago, and it is a Stife sleeping zoddy bear.
Oh, yeah.
And I picked it up because it was at this thrift store and they'd had it half off. So it started at like $125 and they had it marked down to half off, 62.50. And I was like, what a cool old, I mean, the thing has a rattle in its paw and it was
Mhm.
well loved. I mean, it was very
Mm.
like some kid had just loved the heck out of this thing. And somehow it ended up in this thrift store waiting for somebody else to fall in love with it. And I just thought
Uh,
it was just a really neat thing. Now, that said, I believe that my sleeping Zodi now lives in the trunk underneath the plants upstairs. I have
uh,
to make sure that that's where it is because I have a trunk upstairs that has all of my Peter Max stuff. Are you familiar with Peter Max?
I'm not. No.
Peter Max was the artist that did the graphics for Yellow Submarine, all the Beatles graphics.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And he did a lot of, like, pop culture stuff, and he's still around. He's this amazing artist. He does, like, all that free love 60s, 70s,
Hmm.
hippie kinda art, and his stuff is gonna be worth a fortune one day when he's gone. And so I started collecting Peter Max art back, I don't know, probably 20 years ago, maybe probably actually more than 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago. And I have a trunk that has items that he made, like ashtrays and pillowcases. They really started doing they commercialized his art and put it out as tablecloths and bed sheets and
Hmm.
towels, and they had blow up vinyl pillows. And I mean, all these
Oh,
just
wow.
really and so, and they had jigsaw puzzles for a while you could buy. I bought a bunch of them, gave them out as gifts back in the 80s that were like Peter Max jigsaw puzzles. My sister
Uh-huh.
still has one framed on our living room wall. So,
Oh, wow.
he's just a really cool old artist. But I think the sleeping Zodi is sleeping in the Peter Max sheets. So,
Now that Steiff bear that you found, that's would that be 1800s, early 1900s?
it would be in early 1900s. I would say
Yeah.
it's probably 1930, 1940. It's a sleeping Zodi. Stife had tags in all the ears of their
I was
bears.
just gonna say, were they the ones with the little tags in the ears?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah,
And that's,
it's
so that I mean, that's the kind of thing, like, I don't wanna persuade you as to what to include, but that I think that's the kind of thing that we're looking for. And I got
mhm,
a handful of submissions so far, and I don't wanna say what they are because I don't wanna influence any other people. I will do
uh-huh,
a video once all the entries have come in to highlight some of the cool stuff. There was one entry I got where I read the entry itself, the item itself was as simple as can be,
mhm.
and I read the description of why this person chose it to my wife, and my wife like started, she started welling up in her eyes there because it was just
Oh,
a really beautiful story, and
uh-huh,
that's what I'm hoping for. I'm really hoping to, to me, like I always go back and visit what's in my collection and the
mhm,
things that I have found, and always think of them in from different perspectives, especially since I have my YouTube channel now. Like I'm really trying to like
mhm,
go back. I have a backlog of stories of things I found over the years that I want to come back and revisit with a story.
mhm.
And I'm hoping people get to share that with me. I'm hoping that they'll go back and look through their collection and remind themselves of fun things and maybe think of them in a new light.
So you don't want us to just dig stuff up out of the ground and throw it in boxes and forget about it forever,
Mm.
right?
what's the point of digging it up if that's what you're gonna do, right?
Because when someday when I die, they're gonna have an auction at this house, and they'll have trailers and trailers of stuff I dug up, and they'll be selling boxes of crap for $1 here. 'Cause when I first moved to South Dakota, I'd go to these auctions because it's the big thing in the summertime. Everybody gets together, the Girl Scouts sell hot dogs, it's the big social event, is to go to a household auction.
Mhm.
And they always have, like, the stuff people are really bidding on, and then they had just have boxes of crap you could buy for $1, and I'm the biggest sucker for those because you don't know what you're gonna find, and I found some really cool things before in the box of crap for $1, just
Yeah,
saying. I mean, just random stuff they couldn't categorize ends up in there, and
yeah,
so
you
I'm
never
getting
know what
s
you're gonna get, but yeah.
I am getting
And I mean,
squirrely
it's funny
here
you say
because
that
I have
'cause
a bug bite on my arm. It's making
uh,
me crazy.
it's funny you say that because what does happen to your collection when you when
Mhm.
you pass on, like, my children, I have a daughter and a son, I don't think neither of them have expressed any interest in metal detecting as of yet, and
How old are they?
my daughter is, going on 20, and my
Uh-huh.
son is 16.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine's 13 and he detests metal detecting.
yeah,
Absolutely. But
yeah.
it's because I used to make him do it with me. He actually likes, jumping on holes. Like when I plug a hole up and I say, "Okay, pat it down," he'd
Mhm.
run around and jump on everything and pat it down real good, but not
Flattening it
so
out,
much
yeah.
on yeah, not so
Mhm.
much on finding anything. But
Yeah. It
yeah.
it I mean, it takes patience, there's no doubt
Mhm.
about that, and a lot of persistence, and I think the other thing too is, having that treasure seeker mind, that
Uh-huh.
optimism that, like, you know, you need that optimism to stick with it, otherwise, I mean, how many days do we go out detecting, and when you're when you're done detecting, you look, like, in the little cup holder in your car, and there's more change sitting there than what you found, that day of
Uh-huh.
detecting, but
Well, I never hope to find change. I'm always looking for things that are like, I want the old coins. I don't want any clad. I just soon
yeah.
leave it. But I was out at the fairgrounds the other day. I just had a little time to kill, and the ground was so dry and so hard, but I managed to pull a 1917 penny out of there.
Nice.
And the nice thing about that is I went over an area I know we've been over. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And it's like, that whole never hunted out thing. Every now and then you got to go back and beat on an old park that you've been on
Mhm.
already.
Oh, yeah.
And it's neat when you actually pull something out.
Oh,
Dwayne
yeah.
Norvell says, "My kids will split my gold and trash everything else." Oh,
Yeah.
they'll split my gold and trash everything else. And BC Treasure Trail says your kids will sell it at Pawn Stars. That's the thing is that I always wonder, we've got grain bins here on the farm. And when I first moved down to the farm, my husband put everything I owned in a grain bin. And most of the stuff
Mm,
that I moved in with, I actually still is sitting in a grain bin. Apparently, I don't need it, or I would have gone and gotten it out of there by now.
right.
And then my stepson stayed with us for a while. He moved out. All his shit went in the other grain bin because he left it. And it was like, nope, that's taking up space. It's going in the grain bin. There's
Mm,
4 grain bins here, and they're just all of them are full of like gardening stuff and camping stuff. And one of them is full of wood because my husband hauled wood. He actually got enough, like 7 or 8 cords of wood so that we have backup wood for burning for heat in case
mhm.
the power goes out entirely. And so it's full of wood, but the rest of them are full of crap. And somebody will be auctioning the grain bin off, contents of the grain bin. Can anybody give me $1? It'll be like that.
Now I'm trying to imagine, so you're saying a grain bin, is that, like, in a
A
barn? Is
silo.
that
It's like a round metal structure, grain
Mhm.
silo. Um, they're what they use for storage for grain.
Yeah.
But since we don't actively farm here,
Mhm.
they were empty. The first one has scrap metal in it, and then the two in the middle were empty, and then the one on the end was empty. And he would occasionally put animals he shot in there he forgot about. So that one's really not nice. And so that one got the wood, and now it smells like wood instead of dead animals. So that's
Mhm.
cool. Um, the second one over is mine, and I told him that if it's mine, I have the right to paint it. I think I should turn it into a decorated grain bin on the outside and put like flowers or, turn it into a giant ladybug. And he's not
Sure.
thrilled with this idea, but I think it's a really fun idea.
Yeah.
So
As long
we'll,
as he as long as he doesn't have to do the work. That's what it comes down to. My wife
Well,
can paint whatever she wants as long as it doesn't mean I do the work.
we actually repainted the laundry room when I moved in here because his ex had painted it bright red and bright purple on alternating walls, and it was the worst thing ever. And we're
Ugh,
like, we're painting it, we're making it just muted gray, just you know.
yeah.
And he built me shelves in there because we've got storage for extra kitchen items and stuff in there now. But yeah, there's project wise, I think that the grain bins, he wants them to look like they belong on a farm. That he doesn't want them to look like a giant bumblebee. Like I'd make one a bumblebee and the next one over a ladybug, and do them all like maybe the next one over that would be like butterflies or something. But I don't know. Let's see. It says take that chest and bury it, and give your kids a map on your deathbed. Tell them it is treasure. Oh, keep the cool colored patina coins and make a treasure chest. And then he says to give handfuls of clad at Halloween time. Now there's a good idea. I like that. But no, if you actually put together these items with Catalina stories and you had them framed, you could also donate them to church auctions when they have fundraisers for people and they
Oh,
do
yeah.
silent auctions. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, then it becomes art at that point, you know,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A little
and
bit
I
more
think
than
that's
just
actually really cool. Yeah.
yeah. I'm excited. We have 2 more weeks. So the deadline is the 14th of October. So 2 more weeks.
Uh-huh.
So I'm definitely excited to, hopefully we get some more entries in there, and just want to see what people put in. And I'm equally as excited to see what Catalina comes up with for her stories. So yeah,
You Okay,
it
so
should go.
guys, if you haven't seen it already, only just go to my channel. I'll pull the link out of my channel page. We'll put it up. Again, this is Patrick's giveaway for his 200 subscribers, and it's actually probably the most creative giveaway I have heard of ever. So I am. Let me find the link here. I can download, save to playlist, add to queue. Okay, I think I have to share. Here we go. Okay, share just makes me post it again. That's not what I want to do. Let me click on it real quick. I just want the right link. Glad tidings to everyone. Is that like glad tidings, only not? Jason's being silly. Tin Man's in the house. Hey Tin Man, how are you doing, Willie? He's in Kansas, and that's why he has the Tin Man metal detecting channel
Oh,
name.
that's neat.
Now are you in Wisconsin? Is that right?
Pennsylvania.
No. Pennsylvania. Oh, you're
Pennsylvania.
way over there. Okay.
I'm lucky with some
So
good
Are
history
y
here.
are
Yeah.
you coming to are you going to the isn't there an event in Pennsylvania, like, coming out swinging, or was that just happened?
There is in November.
Mhm.
I'm debating. I'm on the fence if I want to go. I've been to that one twice,
Okay.
and they do, for anyone that's in the area that can go, they do a phenomenal job, especially with children. So if you have some children and that would go with you, I was debating taking. I did a video, I don't know, like 2 months ago with some friends of ours. They have two young girls that were really interested, and I did a video with them. So I was debating taking them to this event or not, but I'm not sure I
Mhm.
can make it happen that particular weekend. But it's a
Okay.
really good event. The come out swinging is really good. They do. The only thing from my standpoint is, like, that's where I live and I detect in Pennsylvania all the time. So when I
So
go
it's not
there,
as interesting to you.
yeah, I mean, the meeting up with people, that's without question the best part of it, right? So I might
Mhm.
as well just go and hang out there for the day, to be honest, and not detect. But the fun is like catching up with people and meeting new people.
Mhm.
The the lands that I've detected on when I've gone to those events are no different than, I go to a farm a mile away from me for no money, and it's the same experience. I'm getting the same type of finds, but
Mhm.
um, but yeah,
So
I'm going
Dwayne
to.
Dwayne actually says it seems like a more meaningful prize, more from the heart. He says it's very cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. And Jason's giving me crap because he says I finally got one of his plays on words. Maybe you just have weird Canadian humor, Jason, just saying. Maybe it's not me, it's you. If nobody gets you, then it's not me. Bear Magnetics is in the house too. So, being from Canada is the tip of Pennsylvania called the Pensacola. I see that I don't get. Do you get that?
I'm not sure. I might have to go look at where Pensacola is.
That's Florida.
Oh,
Pensacola
I
is
get what he's
Florida.
saying. He's like, because yeah, Canada's right up there.
Right up where?
Well, north of Pennsylvania. You
No,
gotta go
I
a
think I
little
think
further
he's
north,
over.
but
I thought he says BC Treasure Trails. I assume he's in British Columbia. So I thought he was over on the west side, but I have no idea, honestly.
I should know Canadian geography better than I do.
Yeah. Well, all way over on the left is British Columbia, and it's beautiful
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah.
Way over on the right is like Ontario, Toronto, and somewhere in the middle is Quebec, and they will only speak French to you. That's what
Right.
I know. Sturika's in the house. Good to see you.
So
And
any good finds lately, Ro?
I have been working like a crazy woman lately,
Hmm.
unfortunately. We just finished our month end, which is why I actually I skipped my preview or I premiered tonight and the time got away from me. I was on a client call and I did not actually make it to my own premiere. That was super awesome. Um, but I'm sure, everybody talked about me behind my back or whatever. I don't know. I barely made it. I looked up and I was like, "Oh gosh, I'm supposed to stream in 5 minutes." That's literally and I went upstairs, I threw quesadillas on the grill, and told the boys to get it off themselves, and I came back down. That's what happened the first half of the duck race, so you guys know.
Ah,
I'm gonna go out tomorrow, I think, but I also, I was out in North Carolina, I was out detecting, and I
mhm.
came back and I thought I had like a bug bite, and now I apparently have a rash up and down my arms, and I don't know what it is. And I went to the doctor, and they don't know what it is either. So that's super awesome. They just gave me some cream and some prednisone, and we're like, "Suck it up, Buttercup." So there you go.
It's not a
And
chigger bite, is it?
well, that's what I thought maybe, but it's
Mm.
already spread so much that I don't
Oh,
think it could be because chiggers are like little creatures that you would see
yeah.
and the doctor and the intern both looked at it and were like, "Nope, we've never seen anything like it." And I was like, "Is it? Is it hives?" They're like, "No." "Is it cellulitis?" So no. "Is it shingles?" "Oh no, shingles don't look like that." I'm like, so they were really super helpful there. They didn't swab it or test it or take a sample or look at it under a microscope. Nothing. They just were like, "Here's some cream. See you later." So
Mm.
now I've got, yeah, it's super fun, but
So
hopefully it'll
what'd you
resolve.
find in North Carolina?
I actually found my first arrowhead, which I thought was cool.
Oh, nice.
My
How'd you
husband
find
says it
that?
that
Was it
was under a pile of leaves, and I was chasing a target, flipped up the leaves, and out pops this little quartz arrowhead, and the target was crap.
oh,
So, I actually put my video out last Friday on my North
I'll
Carolina
check
trip,
that out.
and I found a cool belt buckle. It's an old school belt buckle, sort of like the same design, style that they would have for like the Eagle belt plate, with the hook and everything, but
Oh,
it's
wow.
definitely newer because it has a semi truck on it. So
Oh,
I'm guessing it's like a 50s, 60s
yeah,
something little kid's belt buckle because it's smaller than a normal belt buckle, but it was still cool because I found it. I
yeah.
actually rented a room in an Airbnb for 2 days that agreed to let me detect their homestead, which was cool. And that's why when I came back and I had these bug bites, I was like, maybe there's bed bugs or something there.
Yeah.
But also, we would have seen something, and no, it's just right now it's just like an allergic reaction, I think. But
Huh.
I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
annoying. And
Now was where were you in North Carolina?
I
Before?
was staying over in the first couple days. I was in Chapel Hill for a conference,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then I went over. There's a river called the Haw that meanders to the west. And I went up and I stayed in, I think it was the actual place was called Haw River. And it was on a homestead. It's really funny because, out here we have farms and all of them are located about a mile apart from each other.
Mhm.
And there they had the farms and they have all these country roads that went farm to farm. And then all the farmers sold the frontage of all the roads and they put houses on them.
Mhm.
And so here I was driving up and down. I could not figure out what the history of the age was of these houses because
Mm.
there were everywhere along every road there were houses, and I was like, were these caretaker cabins? What were they? And I finally ended up so curious about this, I was going to stop and ask somebody. So I'm driving up the road, and there's these two guys that look like they belong in Duck Dynasty, were raking gravel in their driveway, and I
Mm.
started to pull over, and I went, no. So I drove up a little further, and down the corner there was a guy getting out of his truck, and he was wearing a Harley T-shirt. I'm like, Harley guys, I can deal with them much better than Duck Dynasty guys. So I hopped out and I talked to him for a while, and he said that basically it was all of the people that live in Research Triangle Park can't afford housing over there, and so they've all moved out to the country.
Mm.
And so they all of the farmers sold all the frontages of all the roads, and these houses across the street, he said they were all brand new. So even though they made them like in the old style, the
Yeah.
houses weren't old at all. And the farm ground, chances are you're not going to find stuff on farm ground by the highway as much as you would think. And I did a lot of crawling around in the woods in North Carolina. That's why I thought maybe I had something that was like some bug it bit me and just went home with me. But again, I don't know. At this point, I'm just going to wait it out. And if in a few more days, if it doesn't resolve itself, I'm going to get a referral to a dermatologist or,
Mm.
an infectious disease person or something, for God's
Mhm.
sake. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Professional paranormal research is in the house, and I think I need to give him a wrench. So let me just do that real quick. And Sherry Lynn says, do you mean peninsula? Oh, from Pennsylvania. Yeah, I don't know either. It's hard to ever know what Jason BC Treasure Trails means because he's in Teletubby world. Just saying. His entire life is a green screen. All right, let me see if I can't pull this up. Oh, professional paranormal research does have a blue wrench, so everybody's good. So, Patty Disharoon, I actually did not have a chance to pull those yet, but if you want, I can pull them up on screen, and maybe we can try to get them ID'd. Would you like that?
What's she IDing there? The wheat cents?
No, she actually said something about she sent pictures of something she needed help to. And then she found 3 wheat cents today. She told me the thing, but if you go further up, and I could
Mhm.
pull up my email here, she was telling us that she found, something she needed help IDing, and I've been so insanely, out of it with this. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning because of the stupid bug bites were itching so bad. It was not good. And I mean, I asked
Mhm.
them everything, like, "Is it monkeypox? Is it" it was like I went through the whole list of everything it could be. I went on Google and I looked for anything that it could possibly look like. And the only thing she ended up telling me is she's like, "Well, you live on a farm, so it could be anything." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Thanks.
Don't
That's
start don't start
helpful."
research don't start researching things on Google as far as
It's bad because if you do, you can look you see things you cannot
you see the
unsee.
yeah, and you get the
Yeah.
worst of the worst, and yeah, no, don't do that.
Well, my husband was like, "If you want, I'll look at it with a loop. Let's see if we can see anything." I'm like, "No, I'll just go to the doctor, thank you."
Find out what date it is. See if there's a mint mark on it, perhaps.
Yeah, we're gonna get bright right here because I wanna pull up um, let's see if I can pull up the picture she's talking about. Okay, this is interesting, actually. She pulled up these things that look like decorative sconces, and if you guys wanna see, I'll go ahead and share screen, but let me check and see if there's a better picture here. Hold on. Let's see. I think I have to look for, hold on just a second. Here we go. I knew we had pictures. All right, guys, would you guys like to see what Patty found the other day? Because we're going to put them on screen. Yes, Sturka, I am in South Dakota. PA Relic Hunters is in the house too. And BC Treasure Trail says, I like to spread the community love. Makes people smile and laugh, have a good time and chat. Yes, I know. It's okay. It's super fun. And I'm still waiting for you to make me a sandwich, just saying. All right, we're gonna share up big here, and that's not the right window. We're gonna change the window and see if we can share the right one here.
And do you know where Patty's from? What state?
She's in Texas,
Okay.
and she is in near Mesquite, I think, Texas, if I remember correctly.
That may put context to what we're looking at, right?
Maybe,
Or
maybe not.
maybe not.
I'm wondering if I can make it bigger. Look at that. I can make it bigger. How special is that? I made it too big. Now it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Okay, I did it wrong. Let me see if I can shrink it now. Make it smaller. So it looks like she found. Here, we'll go ahead and go over here. She's got surface finds, jewelry, and a couple of rings. She's got some cars. She's got a Tootsie car. You see this, guys? That's really cool. And what she's trying to ID are these items right here, which, let's see if I can grow it, make it bigger. There, she's got a close up in there. And she's got some pennies, a gun trigger. Wow, girl, you were busy.
I was just gonna say, is
A
this one day?
token. Patty, was this all one day? We'll see what she says. I'm going to go forward to go into the next thing because I want to show this is the item. Now this looks like this has a, do those two pieces fit together? Because it almost looks like one side and the other side's broken, like you could put them end to end. And it's got little inset bezel set stones in here. So that's very cool. I mean, they could be a pair of like clip earrings too, something like that. You don't think they're earrings. Did you try putting them end to end, Patty? And do they fit if you put them end to end like a figure eight? The thing
Oh,
in
and
the
there's the
back,
backside.
the clasp looks like it could be a pin, but it also looks like it could be clip earrings still. Honestly, the fact that they're very similar too. Let's
I mean,
see what.
it's got to be jewelry of some kind, right? I
Well,
would think.
you would think, yes. I think they're clip earrings, honestly. Unless the two pieces fit in conjunction with one another, then they could possibly be a pin. But if you look at the way this thing is right here, this circular thing looks like it clips on in the front of something. And make it bigger, guys. Look at this. I'm learning how to use my mouse. Are you guys proud of me? I'm learning computer skills. Look at that. Now we get a close up. Except we have to drop us over the side. There we go. Do you have any idea what kind of, it had a piece of a chain that broke off. You know what it could be, Patty? It could be one of those sweater connectors. They used to have these things that people would wear. They would put one through each top of the sweater, and then it would have a chain in between, and it would connect to your sweater. So it could possibly be something like that.
I'm stumped.
BC Treasure Trail says they're Hobbit door knockers. And Dwayne Norvell says piece of a necklace. Let me see what the next picture looks like. Oops. Do I have another picture? There's two. Now she did send me another picture that has, it shows it in context with a quarter. So you can see they're about the size of a quarter. I don't know. I still think they look kind of like earrings to me, like clip-on earrings, and that back could be a clasp for the clip-on. But it's hard to say. They're a really neat find regardless. Any idea what kind of metal that might be?
It's also interesting that she found two of them, right? So it does suggest earring, the fact that there's two, but
Yeah,
who
well,
loses two earrings at the same place? I don't know.
Somebody who just got their head chopped off?
Mm.
Or somebody who, was making out with their boyfriend and the earrings got too heavy and they ripped them off in a passion fit and threw them on the ground.
So
Sorry.
you should be writing these stories.
You know, every time I go metal detecting under trees, I think of, there was, like, a couple necking under the tree. They had a picnic, and they were necking, and then they dropped something, and it reminds me of the song, Romeo what is that called? It's not Romeo Void, it's, here, let me find I'm gonna put the lyrics. I'm not singing it. I am not singing it. I know better, but I'm gonna put the lyrics into Google real quick, and I will find out. It says, "Take me in the middle of the day, let me hear you say everything's okay."
Mhm.
You know what song I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to piece the rest of the lyrics together.
Yeah, take me in the middle of the day, let me hear you say everything's
Things
okay.
okay.
Send me southern kisses from your room. Take me in the middle of the night, let me hear you say everything's all right.
That's like
Let me
a
hear the
70s song,
moon
right?
in your perfume. Yeah, I know. Some
Mhm.
Let me just see if I can get the name of the song here. It is Romeo's tune.
There you go.
And apparently Keith Urban re-released it, but the
Well,
original one was, by Steve Forbert. And it's meet me in the middle of the day. Let me hear you say everything's okay. Bring me southern kisses from your room. Meet me in the middle of the night. Let me hear you say everything's all right. Let me smell the moon in your perfume. So there you go. And let's see if they'll play it and if it'll screw us up if we do.
oh, you're gonna lose your monetization. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's all you get. If I play any more, it'll demonetize my butt. So
Yeah.
we'll just go with that. But you guys can find that on here. I'll give you the link on genius.com if anybody wants to listen to the rest of the song. And yep, Dwayne says he's looked up Cape connectors that look close to that. And see, that's like the sweater things I was telling you about. But yeah,
Ah,
Cape connectors would be bigger and could definitely be that. BC Treasure Trail says Elvis wore them in Blue Moon. And SkyQuest 2K8's in the house. BC Treasure Trail says that's cowboy tech. I think that would be the gayest cowboy tech I've ever seen. It would be like Brokeback Mountain cowboy tack. If it's got flowered things with garnets in there, that you'd know. I think not no on the cowboy tack. Just saying. So that's funny though. And yeah, BC Treasure Trail says it would be set in leather with a back knob and tassels would come out of the holes. Oh, you mean a horse? What are those called? The horse things that go on the bridles. They're
not rosettes.
knobby, yeah, rosettes, bridal rosettes. That's a possibility, although it's a little flowery still because they would have jewels. But it definitely could be. Hard to say.
Hmm. Aren't those usually like lead backed? Like those?
Um, the bridal rosettes?
Yeah.
I would think they'd be pewter, maybe, but I don't know, or brass. And Marty says, I used to love her, but I had to kill her. She drove me nuts. And I'm not sure what he's talking about, if that has to do with the song we were talking about, or
If there are lyrics in the song,
was it? I don't
I
think
don't know.
so. I'm reading down the rest to see because it was Romeo's tune. I don't think there was anything about killing on there, but maybe. Let me go down to the bottom. Now I see nothing about killing, just so you know. But it does say something beyond the chandelier where I won't have to speak my mind and you won't have to hear. Shreds of news and afterthoughts and complicated scenes will weather down behind the light and fade like magazines. I don't know. Kind of a cool song. And I don't know why I thought of it. But yeah, when I go detecting around trees and stuff, I always have this vision in my head that somebody picnicked under there, kids were playing under there. There was some kind of, you always try to imagine what the context is when you find stuff.
I was in Big
She's
Stock with,
buried in the yard. Who's buried in the yard? Are you guys talking about the same song? Is it like a killer song that they buried somebody in a yard, and I've always thought it was like this romantic song? Because now I'm being disillusioned as we speak. We What were you saying, Patrick? I'm sorry.
yeah, I detected in Digstock with two friends, and we were singing all week long, and the song I still haven't found what I'm looking for. That song kept coming up a
Oh
lot.
god. You're right. That is that would be a perfect intro for a, metal detecting video if it didn't make you automatically demonetized, you
Yeah.
know? Because that's definitely one. Yeah, I actually, sometimes I take weird songs and I think, let's turn it into a metal detecting song. And I was singing along to Rehab,
The,
the gal that she killed herself or whatever. And,
yeah,
and it was like, they want to make me go to rehab and I say no. And I was like,
Amy
they want,
Winehouse. Yeah.
yeah, they want to make me stop detecting. And I say, no, no, no. So
It
yeah,
is addictive, isn't it? Like,
it is.
yeah, yeah. I was I try to keep my detecting to like once a weekend, because
Uh-huh.
I have a full time job, and then I do want to spend time with my wife, and my son still lives at home here, and
Mhm.
there was a weekend recently I detected all day Saturday, thinking I wasn't going to go on Sunday. I was going to do whatever. My wife and I were going to go hiking, and
Uh-huh.
I get a call from Mike from Great Finds, and he's like, "Hey, we're going back to that place where we found a bunch of Civil War bullets. You want to meet up with us?" I'm like, okay.
How'd your wife feel about that?
She's really good about it. Yeah, she knows that it brings me peace and gives me a bunch of exercise, and yeah, she's really good about it.
Well,
So
it actually is very grounding, it's like, something about connecting with the earth and tuning in on the sounds is very, like, just there's a very zen moment where you're just grounded and that's all you're doing. And, when you go to one of those places like Coming Out Swinging,
mhm.
there's, like, too many people and it's doing all this stuff, and I so much prefer to just be out in a field by myself. As long as there aren't any snakes or coyotes or like things that yeah, badgers. Badgers are bad. They're mean.
I don't have any
And,
badgers near me. Yeah.
yeah. But, just getting out, or you go out with just, like, one friend, then that's cool. But every time I go out with a friend to go detecting, it's always like we meet up, we chit chat for a minute, and then we just scatter to go look for stuff.
Mm,
And then we come back and, "Oh, what'd you get? What'd you get?" But it's always even with my husband, every time I go detecting near him, he thinks I'm bottom feeding. And
uh,
he's all like, he just wants me to go away and go somewhere else to do, so it's really funny.
Mike and I, yeah, you would probably, if you're with us, you'd probably think that we're bottom feeding off of each other, but
Mhm.
we work to find stuff together. It works
Uh-huh.
out so well. Like we find stuff. I found a large scent, and I called him over. I'm like, Mike, come on over, because
Mhm.
he's more likely to film while we're out detecting, because his videos are more of the live hunt.
Uh-huh.
So I call him over because I want him, because I want him to have a good video. And if I find something good, I, want to give him material for his stuff. And so he'll come over and film, and then he'll start detecting right where I found it. And it doesn't bother me in the least. Like, I
Mhm.
want him to find good stuff too. And we did that the one day. He found a large scent, then like a couple feet right from where I found my large scent. It was obviously a spill. And then I ended up finding another large scent a short while later. But we did
Uh-huh.
that a couple times where, like, when you start finding Civil War bullets, I don't know what it is about them, but they end up being in clusters.
They're in clusters, yeah.
And so when you start finding them, like we'll be working down like a stream or a field together, and when one of us gets the hit, we're like, "Hey, there's something going on over here," and
Uh-huh.
then we start working them. And the Civil War bullets, I don't know what it is about them, I don't know if it's a combination of the bullet and or the fields and streams that we're in,
Mhm.
but we were in this one field where I found a bullet, and then he found one a couple feet from me. I found another, and then we started like hunting. We had been over the same spot probably like 7, 8, 9 times, and then we
Mhm.
were still finding them. They're so difficult to find at times. So like the
Oh.
fact that we were just working to try to get as many as we could, like,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Well, I think it's fun to detect like closer around people and stuff, but we always split up and kind of go our different ways when I'm out with my husband. When I first started doing the filming, every time he had something, he would come over and like want me to drop everything and come
Uh,
film him. And I'm like, you have a camera in your pocket. Go nuts. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
Because I don't have that. It's not like we're doing old Civil War stuff anyway, and we kind of compete a little as far as what we find.
Mhm.
So it's like, the more time he takes me away from swinging, the more stuff he's going to find. Now, that said, the funniest thing to me is when he always gets to chatting with whoever comes up. Yeah, if
Mhm.
a homeowner, somebody walking by on the street, somebody who knows him from 20 years ago, they come up, they start talking about to him, and I will just go detecting my little heart out and ignore them. And we did that at Fort Sisseton. He got to talking to some random dude that came up and asked him what he was doing. They talked for an hour while I just kept
Yeah.
detecting everywhere around them.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I mean, I don't, I will stop and talk to people for a few minutes. But if I'm out detecting, I kind of want to detect. I don't want to, like let daylight go by and just start talking to random people for no reason. So
It's
I'll,
yeah, it's tough. I try to make time for people that talk to me though. If
mhm,
they're showing genuine interest, I get permissions from it.
mhm,
So, like, I've gotten some really nice permissions, and they lead to other permissions, and they lead to other permissions. So,
mhm,
it's I agree with you. Like when I'm focused, I just want to go. Now, what
mhm,
happens to me a lot of times is because I'm in streams all throughout the summer. I'm in the middle of a stream, and I'm headphones on, I'm swinging away, and people come down the streams in rafts and kayaks. And sometimes there'll be no exaggeration, like 10, 15 people in rafts, like, or in inner tubes, like all tied together with like
uh-huh,
like and a cooler floating behind with beer bottles and stuff in it. And like like they're not really interested in really talking to me. They're just
uh-huh.
making chit chat because they're gonna float on by, and so I
Hey,
kind of have to stop, and it's like, well, what?
uh-huh.
But
Do you
I do.
remember, I don't know, did you ever watch the Detectorist series?
I never saw that. No.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's really entertaining, but there's one scene in there where these nature guys are out hiking a trail, and our detector guys are at the side of the path, and they're scanning here and they're scanning there, and they have these nature lovers going by them every like 2 or 3 minutes. Each one would go by and they'd ask them the same thing. Hey, did you find anything good?
Yeah.
And they, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." And the guy next would go by, and the next person, "Hey, did you find anything good?" And you could just tell the detectorists after a while were just like, they just wish they had a sign that says, "No, we haven't found anything yet." Because it was just
Well,
one person after another. And usually I am a magnet for little kids. Little kids
yeah.
in the park, they always want to come over. I bring extra shovels and extra pinpointers and let them all just go nuts. I'll scan a thing and say, there's something
Um,
there and just let them have at it,
yeah.
but
That's a good way
it's
to
just
do it.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's if you can get on Amazon, buy a couple cheap pinpointers, you can entertain
I
small
have a
kids
couple. Yeah.
forever. They
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
just love pinpointers. They'll point them at themselves, each other, the car, you name it. They just, playground equipment. It doesn't matter what it is. A pinpointer is like the universal kid's toy, from what I
Yeah,
can
that's a great idea.
tell.
Yeah.
You know.
I get I get that it's funny you said that about the people walking by because that's what the stream is. And they
Uh-huh.
all ask coming down, they'll like if I'm not like, really focused and trying to find something, it's they'll commonly ask, "Did you find anything good?" That's the big
Mhm.
one. And to be honest, I never really know how to answer that
Uh-huh.
because when I'm having a really good day, I'm a little careful because I don't want someone else who's just floating by that might have a metal detector to find out that this is a great spot. So
Uh-huh.
I'm careful about like how good of a day I'm actually having when they ask me that, um, but they'll a lot of times they say, "I didn't know you could do that in the water."
Uh-huh.
That is a very common question I get just in the stream, which I think is really funny because like like if you go to the beach, you'll see people in the water all the time with detectors, you know? And I
Uh-huh.
don't know, maybe that just that picture of me in a stream is just foreign to them, but I get that a lot. But my absolute favorite stream story though was, and I have a video on this, but
Mhm.
um, I was I was in a stream looking for a ring for some guy, and I ended up finding one of those Yeti can holders. You
Oh,
know, like you
okay.
put like
Yeah.
a can in it, and I was really debating. It looked like it was in nice shape. It was a little dirty, just needed to be cleaned off, and I was debating it's really big. It's gonna take up a lot of space in my pouch, but I thought,
Mhm.
well, it's probably like $30, $40 item. I'll just throw it in my pouch and
Mhm.
hopefully it won't weigh me down. And then like maybe a half hour, an hour later, these people come floating by on their kayaks and they say to me, like, "Hey, you having any good luck?" You know, I'm like, "What?" You know, I don't know why they talk to you when your earphones are still on, you know? It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
what? I can't hear you. So like, yeah, what's up? And they're like, you know, did you have any good finds or whatever? And it's like, oh, you know, not too much. They didn't find anything. And they're like, you didn't find a blue Yeti can holder, did you? And I'm like, I didn't say anything. I just walked over, like I waited over with all my gear. I reached into my pouch and I pulled this out, and everyone's face just like they had. It was like I performed the most amazing magic trick, and they just froze, and a minute later they're like, "We lost that last year." So
What?
I was in a stream,
Uh-huh.
find this Yeti holder. I'm going about my business. Maybe an hour later, people come by
Uh-huh.
who lost that very thing the prior year.
Oh,
What are
that's
the
just
odds?
crazy.
Like, what are the odds that that happens? But
So
and the other thing was that they asked me about it, right?
uh-huh.
You know, they could have just kept on going and not asked a thing about it. But yeah,
So was it in good shape or was it all beat
yeah.
up from being in the river?
No, it was in decent shape.
Well, that
Yeah,
is awesome. You know
yeah.
what? I'm gonna put you on the spot for just a second because
Mhm.
I told you I have this thing going on with the bug bites and I have to go grab some cream real quick because it's making me crazy. And it's because I didn't take I'm supposed to take a prednisone pill with it.
Wow.
So I'm gonna do that for a minute. You guys, you're gonna entertain people for a minute. Tell
I,
them a
I'll
story,
go
would
grab
you?
some items over here. I'll do show and tell while you're gone. I love
Oh,
doing show
that would be awesome.
and tell.
Thank you. Yeah, I hate to do that to you guys, but this is really, really getting itchy because you could see I have like a bug bite on my arm. No, you guys can't see
Ooh,
that. There's a bug bite
ooh.
right there. Anyway, I'm going to put Patrick on full screen for just a few minutes and he's going to entertain you guys. And I'll be right
Show and
back.
tell time. I'll
Thank you.
do
You're the
some.
best.
Yeah, no worries. I'll do some of my recent finds. I know I showed these before, but I absolutely love finding these. So I found this one this summer, and that is a trap tag. So I don't know if anyone else finds these. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat. I'm not good at following the chat and talking, but I absolutely love finding these trap tags. So I guess what they would have done is they always have a little hole in them, and they would have affixed that to a trap. So I think if you put a trap in a stream, you're responsible for IDing it. And I almost always find them with like some version of a name, sometimes a full name, sometimes just like a last name. I think this is maybe just a last name, maybe first initial, and then always like maybe a street, an address, or sometimes just a city. I absolutely love finding those. And um, I found very recently a large cent, and I'm not sure I have a proper ID on this one. And the same day, maybe an hour or so later, or maybe not even that long, I found another large cent. These are both like worn super thin. They were both found in a stream. And the reason I went back to this particular stream was because 2 weeks prior, I found this little beauty. So that is a 2 real from 1780. So absolutely loved finding this coin. This is the second 2 real I've ever found, and my fourth Spanish coin. So that was super excited. I found this in a stream, which is why it's so tarnished. And I had to have pulled out easily. I'm gonna say like somewhere like 7 to 10 pounds of lead sinkers that day. It was just like one sinker after another, and so this signal came up. I thought for sure it was going to be another sinker, and I kind of dug the rocks away or scraped the rocks away, and this thing just popped out, just as beautiful as can be. And on that same day, or not the same days I found the Spanish coin, but the same day I found the two large cents, I found this one. This was rather bizarre. And I have a little scratch on it, but that's a 1935 German coin. And I believe it says Third Reich on there in German. And there's the back of it. It's actually aluminum. And these things just boggle my mind that, in Pennsylvania we find a German coin like that. Yeah. And BC, yeah, the 1700s club. I have that was the fifth 1700s coin that I found. So I'm in the 1700s club a couple times. I haven't hit the 1600s yet, unfortunately. I found this one I found earlier this summer, I believe. Another trap tag that I have there. Like I said, I love finding those things. And then what else I have here? Like I said, I was finding a ton of sinkers. I'm really curious as to what this thing is. I think it was being used as a sinker, but I'm not sure what its original purpose was. I think it's a piece of brass, perhaps, or maybe copper. But I don't know. I just put that aside because that's what it was. And here's another piece where somebody took something. I'm going to have to do a little research on this unless somebody knows what that company is. But this is another piece of lead that I found where they were obviously trying to make a sinker out of it, which is, you could almost see where they cut away here, and they probably wrapped a string around there to make a sinker. But not sure what that company is. Yeah, I have like a handful of foreign coins. The German coin may be the most unique coin I found. And I don't know what these are. These are bizarre. But I found both of these on the same day that I found the 2 real, like in the same place as the 2 real. And again, it's very possible they were being used. Maybe they were tied up together, being used as like a sinker weight, but not sure what in the world that is. Trying to think what else I got here. Now, pull up another tray of stuff. A couple trays of some Civil War bullets. I brought these over because I just love finding these things. Oh, here's another 1700s coin. This one I found this summer, and was able to make out. I don't remember which way is up on this thing, but obviously was able to compare it to symbols online, and that was apparently two of these symbols. And again, I don't know which way is up, but two of these symbols represent the dynasty, which is how you would date this particular coin, and it was from somewhere in the 1750s to the 1790s, I believe. So yeah, this was a bucket lister for me. I've never found a Chinese coin before, so this was pretty awesome. But yeah, I have a number of really cool. This was another example where when I was out with Mike, I had found Yeah, I found this bullet here and called Mike over, and then we started finding a bunch of Civil War. I just love, I mean, just how mangled this thing is from it being fired is just crazy. And I don't know if anyone else, I'm sure there's some other people on the channel here that do get on some Civil War bullets like this. Like I just get the chills when I find these things. They're just, to think that, this was more than likely, this bullet here was fired at another human being is just, I don't know, kind of strange to even think about. But I was finding, in that same area, a number of, this was a bucket lister of mine for a while, was to find a pulled bullet. So you can see the hole in this, where I can't imagine, and I'm eventually going to do a whole video on just these bullets, and I think the what goes behind them or some of the history of them. But like, to have a loaded gun that is jammed, or for whatever reason you need to extract a bullet, like I can't imagine how nervous I would be to, put a rod down the gun and pull a bullet out essentially a loaded weapon. So I mean, I kind of get chills thinking about that. But that was one pulled bullet. I have a couple here I found. Here's another one that has this kind of this um, marking here. So this would have been a tool. So this one would have been extracted with a screw type of tool. And this one, there would have been like these three prongs on the end of a rod that would have twisted into this and kind of grabbed onto it and pulled it out. So that's kind of the strange marking on there. Now, if I understand correctly, when Mike looked at these with me, he said that these were actually fired then. So this was probably jammed in a gun or pulled for whatever reason and then fired again. And there's like rifling marks on it, lines going this way where the bullet came out from the rifling. So, yeah, a couple of bullets. It's always fun to do this with Mike because he instantly knows what these things are. He was excited about this one. This is a different bullet. Doesn't have a thing. So I believe this was cavalry. So yeah, he's really good at identifying these when they come out of the ground. So yeah, just a bunch of them. And some of them have I forget if these are the ones. Some of them have stars on the inside. So they'll have a star in here. I don't think this one does. But yeah. And then and this was another great find that I had that in this location. So I pulled this out this summer, where we were finding a bunch of Civil War bullets. Mike and I went back to this place several times, and we had some other friends with us on a couple other occasions. So this was a bucket lister for me to have a heel plate and to have a nice one that's really intact. That was just, it was so much fun. I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but obviously as the day goes on of metal detecting, especially like if you're in streams, but even fields like will wear you down. Towards the end of the day, you start to get a little tired and you get more selective about what you're picking. And Mike stopped to get a target, and we were kind of on our way back to the car. And I probably wouldn't have dug this tone because it sounded so bad, probably because of the edges of this. It sounded like we dug so much aluminum and so many cans out that I thought, hey, I might just want to leave this. But Mike stopped to dig something, so like I'm going for it. So I picked it up. Good question on the four ringers. I'll pull one out here. I got this one here. Now, I've asked Mike about this one. I pulled this one out of a field in New Hampshire, and that one there is a four ringer, but I do not believe it's Civil War related at all. Mike thinks it's slightly after the Civil War, so probably more like the late 1800s. But
Trying to make this so that we can both be on here, but I want to show you big.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if I can get clever. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I actually grabbed a prednisone because the doctor gave me prednisone, but it said you had to make food with it, so I nuked a burrito. Go with it.
Oh,
It's super awesome.
and what else do we got here? Oh yeah, I dug this. This was in one of my recent videos. This was another bucket lister for me, a shield
Oh,
nickel.
very cool.
So I was super excited about that one. We had a Mike and I had a tremendous day. And again, it was one of those days where we just worked together and he was finding a lot of bullets. I ended up finding 5 bullets. They were all drop bullets that day. They were this style here. I believe these are sharp carbines.
Oh,
So
cool.
we were finding, I think he found around a dozen of them, and I found 5 that day. And then he found a Spanish real, which was so awesome because it was his first. It was his first real. So I
So,
was super excited for him. Yeah.
how did you meet Mike?
Mike, I actually met on a stream with the Digging Canuck
Oh, okay.
with Liz. Yeah.
Hmm.
Last winter, he I was on a stream like she just like you did. She posted a link and I jumped on and was talking with Liz, and then he jumped on. He had just found or had recently found a shoe, like a Civil
Hmm.
War shoe,
Okay.
and he was jumping on to share that, and he and I connected there. He's like, "Hey, reach out with me on Facebook," and yeah, we chatted. And the first time I actually met him was in North Carolina at Digstock, and then we just synced up a couple times, and yeah.
Check this out. Trevor says he's going to go watch The Detectorist now on Pluto TV. Right,
Yeah.
Trevor?
Was there a question? What is that used for?
Yeah,
What,
that's what
what was
Sherilyn said.
what was what used for? Was it the heel plate? Maybe was it this thing?
It must have been because she wouldn't be asking what a bullet's used for.
Yeah. So this was it literally like it would go on the heel of your shoe to
Hmm.
protect it. Now there's no way to know. I mean, it's not marked but our hunch is based on where we found it and how many Civil War bullets we were finding near it. It was probably Civil War, probably a
Nice.
soldier's, but yeah, found a number of horseshoes in that area too. But and this one, we were on a day. We were actually looking for a swimming
Oh,
hole.
hold on just a second.
Mhm.
Sherry Lynn wants to know what a heel plate is and what it's used for.
Yeah,
Sherry Lynn, a heel plate actually protected the bottom of your shoe so that it wouldn't wear as quickly. And
yeah,
I'm right, right? That I
hmm,
think
oh yeah,
that's,
it's exactly. And they have toe taps too, right, to kind of go on the other end to protect the front of it. But yeah,
there had people literally would wear their boots until their shoes would wear out.
yeah,
And then they had people called cobblers who would fix your shoe and put a new thing on it. So I think the whole point of a heel plate was to make your heels not wear out as quickly. If it was just stacked leather, they would wear through too
yeah,
quickly.
yeah. That's exactly it. Yeah. Um, yeah, there was another day we were looking for a swimming hole, and we ended up like that's where I found. I don't have them in this bin right here, but that's where we found a couple of large cents together, and I ended up finding like a dropped 3 ringer, like one of these,
Hmm.
and so there's no rifling, or there was no rifling on the one I found. So we found one of these, and then Mike and I started finding a whole bunch of them.
What were
Um,
those toning as?
these bullets, they're tricky. They jump all over the place. So on an Equinox, um, they could go as low as 13 or 14,
Hmm.
and they'll jump up as high as like 2021.
Now,
Um,
what is a penny on an equinox?
a penny on an Equinox is like a 21,
Okay.
22. Yeah, so
So what is a
they're
nickel
kind of
on an
low.
equinox?
Nickel is down around like that lower end, 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're
That's
jumping
the
between.
one VDI I'm not really familiar with, so that's why I was figuring I would ask. So it would
Yeah,
jump between thinking you're thinking it's nickel, you're thinking it's penny, you're not sure what it is, and you
they're
get a bullet.
all over the place, and they do this
Mhm.
strange thing too. They sometimes disappear on you. Like the sound will just they'll just go away. You have to hit them just right. I don't know what it is about them, but yeah. Yeah, so we found in another streamer when we found like this one like I found one drop one,
Uh-huh.
and Mike and I we just started scouring the area. And a short while later I ended up finding this one here. Now
Oh,
Mike
that
said,
one's mangled.
"Oh yeah." So this is without question fired. Now
Mhm.
Mike said this was a 69 caliber,
Okay.
which again I just love the knowledge this guy has, but this would have been a Confederate bullet,
Mhm.
whereas these are Union bullets.
Oh,
So
really? Okay.
we basically found all of these Union bullets. I have a dozen of them here, right roughly where this fired bullet was. So, I mean, draw your own conclusions. You have
So the fired bullet and the Union guys all ran they all, like, ducked out of the fired bullet, and it all fell out of their pockets.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And then a little odd, very close to those, I found another carbine that would have been a cavalry bullet.
Now
But
these were coming out of rifles, right?
oh yeah, yeah,
So
muskets.
how many rounds would you is this like it's not a one-shot deal where you put in a bullet, you shoot it, and then you put in another bullet and shoot it. It's not like
Most of these are, yeah. They
okay.
can they can get off like maybe 2 rounds a minute.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it's a little tricky. Yeah, and I was showing. I don't, you probably missed it earlier, Ro, but I was showing some of the extracted bullets I have. It's like that. There's an extracted bullet,
Mhm.
meaning they had to pull it out of a loaded gun. So that hole that's going through the center there,
So it was jammed and they had to pull it out
it was jammed, or they for whatever reason wanted to disarm it. Right. So the only way to do that would be to go in with,
with
I
the
think it
drill.
was off the ramrod. There'd be an attachment that would go on, and this one
Mhm.
they screwed in and extracted, and then one like this here is oddly shaped there in the
Mhm.
front of this. They would have had a three-prong thing that came in and twisted and kind of bit into it, and they pulled it out. So you got this one here. It just
Well, did they have a lot of issues with jamming, with guns jamming on the field? I wonder.
that I don't know. That's something I
Mhm.
definitely want to look into and learn a little bit more about because yeah. I'm just there's so much I don't know about these things. Like I said, Mike just he jumps in and he just knows these things. He knows what they are, who
Mhm.
used them. There's some crossover, but not a lot. So there's some that, both the North and the South would have used, but yeah, he usually looks at him, he knows like, what it is, who used it, and he always tells me that they held a soldier would have held roughly 40 rounds each. So one of
Mhm.
those cartridge boxes where the people find the plates
Right.
from. It's definitely a bucket lister of mine, but they'll find the small little like US discs that would have been on the front of those cartridge box. They would hold 40 rounds. Now I
Mhm.
do a lot of research trying to find like different areas and um, I read reports of where soldiers were asked to basically hold a position to stop advancing, from the enemy,
Mhm.
and there's like handwritten accounts where like each man was given 100 bullets or whatever. So they would have held more at times, but these they
You know,
weigh you down.
that's absolutely gotta suck ass to be told to hold this position, and here you have this limited number of bullets you get, and they probably aren't gonna give you any more. So when you run out, you're out.
Yeah, again, that's part of what I don't understand. Obviously,
Mhm.
that doesn't benefit anyone. So
They may have had a limit to the number they could issue or something, though,
possibly. Yeah.
but I carry more rounds than that in my car when I'm just going to the market. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I
Yeah. I
I'd be
mean,
sad if you told me you can only carry 1 here's a box of bullets, that's all you get.
that's all you get, 40 rounds. Yeah. But,
Mhm.
there's a practicality to it too, in that you are restricted as to how many you can fire at a time. Right. Now, granted, you could go through 40 rounds if you were doing nothing but loading and shooting and loading and shooting. You could probably go through that in like 20 minutes. So
Uh-huh.
what do you do when that 20 minutes is up? But, that's if you're firing
Well,
nonstop. I don't know if
that's
that's
why when, people talk about semi-auto, full auto now, that you don't, nobody, if you have half a brain, you would never go full auto. You would shoot in bursts because that way you're not going to run through boxes and boxes of ammo in one fell swoop, right?
which would be super expensive, and yeah.
Man, very impractical, especially with some of the larger rounds. I mean, you're talking buck or two a round. I tend to work mostly with 22 and 9 mil, and that's less expensive, but I still would never go full auto with it. Marty Verstil says it's roughly 3 shots a minute. He did the
Oh, there
math.
you go. Yeah.
And Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter wants to know if you've ever found any Williams cleaner bullets.
I haven't. That's another bucket lister. I
What
would
is a
love to.
Williams cleaner bullet? I don't even, I'm not even familiar with that.
On the base of one of these bullets here, there would be a zinc disc
Mm-hmm.
that, so the lead conforms to the barrel, and
Mm-hmm.
it's one of the things that it helps with the propulsion. The concave bottom here expands a little bit as the gunpowder blows up, and
Uh-huh.
it helps with the rifling because then this sticks to the sides and it spins. But
Oh,
the
okay.
the, the lead will, it's kind of molds, and the zinc disc on the bottom would
Mm-hmm.
have scraped away at the inside of the wall, cleaning
Mm-hmm.
all the fire debris and stuff. So that's what the cleaner was for.
Oh,
But
okay.
the soldiers hated them because they weren't as accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were shooting, I don't know, I forget how many rounds it was. There's so many rounds that you would fire. One of them was supposed to be a Williamson cleaner. Like, I don't know how
Just to
many.
clean so you wouldn't have a bunch of stuff. Hey,
Right.
Madtown Magnet's here. She just got home and is gonna make dinner. Then she's gonna grab herself a taco salad. She'll be streaming later, guys.
Yeah.
Or come up and hang with us. Either way, Anita, good to see you.
So
It
here's
means the
you
fouling from the rifle, Marty V said. What's that?
so you'd said about like having large rounds there. I found this one in Virginia Beach, and I just found a recent one too in a stream near me. I believe this is a 50 caliber. Trying to think of, yeah, here, like my
Are they
this,
marked on the bottom with
here's
the
my phone for
caliber?
context as to how big this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty huge. I found it near Norfolk. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a base there. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if I can read anything off the bottom of it, but yeah, I don't see anything. But yeah, this had to be one huge bullet. That, I don't know how big it would be if it was projecting out here.
A
So
serious artillery round.
yeah, I can't imagine what one of those would cost.
And Madtown Anita says she found what she thinks is a lead bullet, but no stripes on the bottom. Not sure what that means.
Um, yeah, every once in a while I find like a lead slug.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know if I have one on me. I mean, I find the more modern ones with like the copper jackets on them.
Uh-huh.
I just find it so interesting that, like, somebody fired a bullet. You would never expect that bullet would be found, you know? I mean, the thing travels so far, and, who knows where it ends up, but then somebody comes along however many years later and finds a bullet. It just seems impossible, but it
Well, you know
happens.
what? The really sad part is when they have 4th of July in certain neighborhoods, people will fire firearms into the air. And those
Mm.
bullets are usually immediately found in somebody's skull, and it falls back to
Really.
earth. They hit people and cars and everything else. So yeah, it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Dwayne Norvell says he's got to go for now because he's hungry. We'll check in later. That's cool. So we are going to get another race going in after a little bit, and we've got 2 wheel spinners. We've got Sandy and Carla still have spins on the wheel tonight too, and if they're not here anymore, we will let them spin that wheel during my live stream tomorrow or Sunday. It's either way. We're basically just going with the flow tonight.
Mhm.
Because yeah, thank you so much for covering for me because I went and got that special cream and
Oh,
put it on my rash, and I notice I'm already getting it's the same thing going on in my arm now, and it's
ugh.
the weirdest friggin' thing. I don't know. Can you get measles twice? I'm beginning to wonder.
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
Google that.
I don't know. I'm glad if that's the case, I'm glad you're in South Dakota, not Pennsylvania.
I know. It's just the weirdest thing.
So you said you're going to try to get out detecting this tomorrow. You said.
Yep, I have a morning, I do a morning live stream, and what I'm gonna do tomorrow morning, it's October 1st, so we're gonna give out new Relics Bingo cards, gonna do some races to get into the Big Fat Prize Wheel, and I'm doing October 1st Oktoberfest. So we're gonna see if we can find some, beer stein races or something clever, I don't know.
Nice.
But what I'd really like to do is get everybody queued up, and then I want to do a raid on Just Be Cool's channel. It's his birthday tomorrow, and he has a live stream
Mm.
at 11. So don't tell him. This is going to be a surprise just
Okay.
between us. But I'd like to get everybody here, and then I'd like to go flood his live stream because it's his first live stream ever, and it's his birthday.
Oh, that's
So
neat. That's neat.
I moved my stream up an hour earlier to make sure we could do my stuff, and then head over there and
Mhm.
stuff because
Cool.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, he says that he said something about people are going to have to come up on his stream in order to um, do a prize, or I don't know what he's going to do. We're
Mm.
also going to do some random hot seat stuff, and we're going to do this tomorrow too. And what I was going to do is have anybody who's willing to come up and answer one question will be put into a race for a prize wheel spin. So the idea there is to just, get people who have been shy on and about getting on camera to suck it up. Buttercup, come on up, have
Yeah.
one question,
Just
and then
do
you
it.
get in a race.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, the more it's like it's just no big deal.
Now I
And
well, yeah, and I consult, so I sit in front of Zoom sometimes 4 or 5, 6 hours a day, so it
wait,
feels like I'm just at a meeting, so
well, and you know what? I actually really disliked Zoom and everything else until I was on travel and I FaceTime with my kid, and he is so friggin' cute on camera. So, especially when he was younger, he was super cute on camera, and it's like that's really fun to just kind of interact with people.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, we do team Zooms all the time, and everybody hides and has their camera off, and I like now I'll turn mine on, and if I had a meeting with my bosses the other day because I was desperately trying to get them to reassign me to another district because my boss sucks. Um, and they were all like, they wanted to get together and talk about it. I was like, what? Am I the only one on camera? Come on, guys, open it up. And I made them get on camera too. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think it's all fun. Um,
Yeah, I've been working remote for quite a few years, like 13, 14 years now, and, when I first started working remote, the people I was working with, they were all in an office, so we did no video sharing. And now my most recent job, I've been here for about coming up on 3.5 years. When I
mhm,
first started there, everybody I work with works remote. We don't even have a central office anywhere. And when I started, we'd jump on meetings, sometimes just a colleague, just myself and another colleague, and they would always go on video. And at
mhm.
first, it was the strangest thing. It does take a little time to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's not a big deal.
So let me ask you, what kind of consulting do you do?
Salesforce.
Okay.
So
So
yeah.
you're actually making the Salesforce thing happen? Like you're you're actually configuring Salesforce for other
Mhm.
people?
Yep. Yep.
Because we use Salesforce in my company,
Yeah.
although they call it something else now. They call it iEngage, and you probably know what that is then.
They have a acronym for it or something, or
It's called iEngage because it's used for healthcare, not for selling. But
oh, okay.
it's the Salesforce base.
Yeah, yeah.
And, it's really funny because, I've made so many recommendations for like they should change this and they should change that. I could probably go work for Salesforce and just like configure things for people.
Mhm.
But it's
Yeah. I mean, it's when you get used to the platform,
mhm,
so I largely I mean, I manage a team within my company, but,
mhm,
I largely do a lot of, like, workshops with clients really to dig in and understand what they need it to do.
uh-huh,
And then, yeah, and then I do design work and configuration, all
mhm.
team based. So I have, teams that I work with that we support each other. But
What's
yeah,
the language base that Salesforce is based on? Because it looks all database driven.
it
So
is. It's
it
built
looks like
on.
SQL, like you could almost do it in PHP SQL, but I don't know if they're using
You can. It's built on Oracle.
okay.
However, you can't access the SQL directly. They have their own
Their own hooks and
proprietary
their own thing. Okay.
SQL language called Sockle,
Uh-huh.
SOQL, instead of SQL,
Okay.
and it's built on Java.
Uh-huh.
However, they again have their own supporting language or languages that you would use. They kind of tout it's all clicks and no code, which is definitely not true. But you
Uh-huh.
can you can do a lot with it without code. Now we do have developers, and I've developed for many years, but I don't develop much anymore. But you
Mhm.
can definitely get away with doing a lot of configuration. Um, Pretty simple to set up, like new objects or configured additional fields on existing objects, and
Mhm.
it has like native validation rules and approval processes, and you can configure screens pretty easily.
Well, they
uh,
have some really good reporting features. I found that
yeah.
that's, the interesting part is they have but, back in the day, and this was 100 years ago, when I decided not work for a living anymore, I
Mhm.
wrote an application called Job Filer, which was for job seekers to find jobs and actually have your own portal where you could have all your information. And I
Mhm.
sort of just did it for myself, and then I made it available to everybody. And I met with a career coach, and I showed him this stuff, and he's like, because he was hired by my old company to, coach me into finding another job or whatever. And he
Mhm.
took one look at Job Filer. He's like, I don't know why you would want to. He's like, you shouldn't go look for a job. Just go work. Just start your own company. It was just really funny. And I wasn't really in the mood to go back in the corporate world at the time because this again was, you get burned out after a while.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I ran Jobfeller for years. It's gone now, but it would let you track when you put in a job application, you could track the company, the benefits, everything else. And when everything was said and done, you would know when you submitted, you could export the data out for unemployment purposes, and you
Mhm.
could also put in hooks to follow up with people so that you knew like, and then you could compare job to job as well. So if you got more than one offer, you had everything lined up, you could see which one was a better fit for
um,
you. So, it was
what,
kind of
what was that built
interesting.
in? What
I
language?
built that in, MySQL and PHP.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
database calls, and
Yeah.
then, it didn't have a lot of fancy, like, it didn't have draggy droppy stuff, it was just code,
Yeah.
but it's interesting because 'cause I've been working with the Salesforce platform now for a couple months, and it just reminds me a lot of that, That's why I was curious what the code base was,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know? And, yeah, I suppose, I mean, people can use it for just about everything, but we use it for patient management. It's not a sales tool for us. It's a more of a CRM than it would be
Yeah.
anything. So,
Yeah. We
but,
largely work in the financial arena, so banks
mhm,
and retail and office rentals, and some financial wealth management companies, largely what we work in. But for the
mhm,
most part, it is sales related. It's the banks working through opportunities of new accounts, and
mhm.
maintaining contacts, and trying to determine what's in their pipeline, what kind of growth they have. And but yeah, we run into a number of clients then that want to extend it to do other things like service management, and be able to track calls from their clients and all. But yeah,
Mhm.
it is a very robust platform, and it seems to get increasingly better with every release they put out. It's pretty amazing what you can do with it.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was interesting. I've
Mhm.
been using it now for a few months, and I mean, I look at that stuff and I kind of don't really want to go back into full-time work because I like being able to metal detect.
Yeah,
And so I'm doing this because it lets me set my own schedule. So,
yeah,
I'm basically a patient advocate. I talk to people, but I can also shove everybody to the next day. And it's beautiful out and the ground looks good. I can just jack the schedule around and run out and go detecting. Or, I do a lot of stuff. I homeschool my son, so we've had to do,
mm,
here and there, we've had to run to peer and do some kind of event or this and that, and you can do that. If I worked full time, I would be, like, not able to take care of my family the way I want to. So,
yeah,
it
yeah.
works out.
I would love to retire early,
Mhm.
largely so that I can retire at an age where I can still physically metal detect, and enjoy, my time metal detecting and doing
Mhm.
other things with my family and my wife. And
Well,
but
that's the thing is it seems like a lot of the people in our community are these older guys that metal detect. And then I always hear them complaining that, this hurts and that hurts and somebody needs a hip replacement. And I'm like, I don't want to get to that point where I can't go out and do that stuff.
yeah,
I will get there, I'm sure, but it's like,
yeah, we all will, right?
you
It's,
know,
some people a little sooner than others, and that's one of the I do try to get out quite a bit just so that, I had a friend in college. I played volleyball, and this guy would, every day we'd be practicing, he would do a backflip
what?
every day. Just do one
Just for
back,
fun.
just stand there and
Okay.
do a backflip. And one day I asked him, I was like, why is it every time I see you at practice, you're doing a backflip? And he's like,
Mhm.
I just want to know that I can still do it. So I have a goal where I'm gonna do one every day, so
Until he's
he's
90.
yeah, well, I don't know if he's still. I would love to. I haven't seen him since college. I would love to know if the guy is still standing around doing backflips, but
Uh-huh.
it makes sense when you think about it on some weird level, like, if you go out metal
Yeah.
detecting and spend the time detecting, obviously that keeps you in shape, but
I'm
you
pretty
can
sure
keep
I
doing it.
couldn't still do a cartwheel, When I was a kid,
Oh,
I
I'd be a
could.
mess.
I'm
It'd be a mess if
pretty
I
sure I
tried
can't
one.
do one now.
I
I don't
couldn't.
know. Yeah,
I
it would
couldn't.
be yeah.
But I
So
know I can get into a stream and just detect for literally 7, 8 hours because I
mhm.
enjoy it so much. Now I'll be hurting a little bit the next day, but, like, yeah,
Well, see, I wanna get out tomorrow, but we haven't had rain in weeks, and, so everything's really super dry.
yeah.
And my friend is back in town. He texted me on just this day today. This is the guy that has a city block in the next town over, and that's the place where I found my mechanical dollar, two Morgans, a seated dime, a barber half, my three-ring bullet, an oil lamp, and
Mm.
I was like, well, I should come by and see your new puppies, thinking I should come by and just play in your yard, but we'll see. If I don't do it during the week, I'll find some day during the week, like during the week, I'll take off. Patty says she wants to wish everyone a good night and may have a blessed day tomorrow. Thank you. It's good to see you. She might still be watching for a bit. She's making quiet.
Mhm.
I should start queuing up another race because I know everybody wants one of those before we're done. And I am really trying to give out seats in the seats in the big giveaway on Sunday in advance.
You're giving
Um,
away seated? That's what I heard. You're
no,
giving
no,
away
no,
your
no.
seated dime. That's exactly what I heard,
No,
Rob.
that's you just heard what you
No,
wanted to hear.
no. That's still on my bucket list. That's amazing
There's
you found
there's
one.
2 walking liberties up for grabs, though, I'll have you know
Yeah.
that, just
I've
so you
got
know.
I've got a bunch of walkings.
Oh, so you don't care about walkers, you
I
just
don't care
want the
about
other.
walkings, no.
Uh,
Seated. No.
you want a seated? I might be able to find you one upstairs. I won't give you one I found, but I might I could probably come up with a giveaway and
I'm just joking. I wanna find
have
one.
one that is, that I bought from eBay. Just so
You
you know,
understand, I wanna
everything
find one, right? Like,
oh, okay.
that's you know, when
Everything
you
that I
have
give
something you
away
haven't
is stuff
found
I
yet.
buy. I don't give away stuff I found because I like the
Yeah.
stuff I found.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
no, no,
looking for my
I
finds
wanna
case
find
because
my
I
own.
noticed I dropped something the other day that belongs in there. Oh, well.
That and a
Let me,
skeleton key.
you're
That's my
still
other.
waiting on that? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah, yeah.
Tam my husband found the coolest one last summer. He got one that's, like, this long, literally. It's a huge skeleton key. The one I have is
Whale
tiny. It
key?
looks like a spam key, but
I'll take either. I'll take any size. Yeah, that's
I found
but
the have you found the thing that you put them in, the little keyhole?
an escutcheon. Yeah. Now not a, I just found one, last, when was I out? Saturday. I still
Uh-huh.
have that. I have to clean it up yet, but yeah, I found this guy.
Oh,
I love
yeah,
this thing.
keyhole. Now you call that an escutcheon?
That's an escutcheon for sure, yeah. The keyhole,
I
just a
thought an
keyhole.
escutcheon was the thing that got tacked onto edges of furniture that was just
No, an
decorative
escutcheon is
whatchamacallits.
yeah, I'll have to look it up. I actually put the definition. I did a video on this, and I put escutcheon. I put the definition on the screen when I did it, um, but yeah, what's the definition of the escutcheon?
I'm looking
I always
right now.
I
This
always
is
forget how to
presuming
do
I
it,
can spell it.
But like you would use it
A
for a
defined
walk.
area on which armorial bearings are displayed and which usually consists of a shield. And then it
Escutcheon
says an
plate.
escutcheon is typically a metal bit that hides the ugly hole in the wall that the pipe comes through. Some people call them flanges or cover plates. And then it says it's a piece of a plate or a ring that usually made of metal used to cover holes that pipes exist.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says they are installed for decorative purposes. And then it says a scutcheon is a shield or shield-like surface on which a coat of arms is depicted. And then it says an ornamental or protective plate around a keyhole, door handle, drawer pull, light switch, etc.
There you go.
So it's like the little curly thing that goes around it, but not the actual thing.
Hmm. Yeah, if you look up images for like keyhole escutcheon, you'll find similar. You'll
Yeah,
find like more modern ones and stuff. But yeah,
but it's interesting
yeah.
because I used to hear it was the gal Jocelyn would say, "Oh, I found an escutcheon," and I'm like, "What? That's a $5 word right there," you know. Well, there's some cool ones in here.
Yeah, I wish I
Let's see if I
the
can.
one I just found this weekend is still in my car. I found three buckles, three like little D buckles.
Oh, wow.
Found two like really close to one another, and then a
Hmm.
third one a little bit a little farther away. But and then I found a little scutcheon near them.
So, guys, if you guys want to race for another spot in the wheel, why don't you guys speak up in chat? We can either race or we can do a number draw. That might be less annoying right now.
I think you should make everyone do rock paper scissors.
There is
A
rock,
little
paper,
tournament.
scissors. There in the thing, I can do rock, paper, scissors. I just don't know how that works exactly.
I would have no clue. Yeah,
Now, were you in one of my streams when we were playing the stupid quarter game?
I don't recall.
Oh, the quarter game's fun, actually.
Didn't
What
you
I was
just say it
doing
was a
is
stupid quarter game?
yes, I would hold up a state quarter and I'd make everybody guess
Oh,
what
I was
the
there. I was
yeah.
there for that one. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is yeah, I call it a stupid quarter game because it's like stupid games for stupid prizes. That's why.
No, that was fun. That was fun. I think we went a while till they finally
Yeah.
got it. Yeah. Yeah. I think everybody was at
Oh,
first guessing their
Madtown
home
wants a link.
states.
Hold on. Let me pull her on up. Just a minute, Anita. Gotcha. It's weird. I can hear like aliens in my headphone, in my headgear. I don't know what that's up. There we go. Okay, guys, if you have not chatted in a little while, will you be able to oh, you're so almost connected. There you are, Anita. Hey
Hello.
there. What kind of food did you find? Is it a salad?
It is, but it's not taco salad today.
Oh, what kind of salad?
Um, I don't even have lettuce, so like it was just a bunch of vegetables I cut up with like salad dressing. Okay,
Oh,
so like this is the bullet I have.
let's grow you. Hold on.
So it's really heavy. Whoop. It's like well, I was trying to tell you, like, I mean, it's hard to show you that, but like it's got some weight to it.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
But it's only that big.
Hold it higher. I can't see it.
Right.
Oh, I'm
You're off
sorry.
screen.
Whoop.
Hold on. I'm going to grow my view of you too. So it's like a bullet tip even.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I'd be willing to bet that's lead on the inside and probably a copper jacket on the
You think
outside.
so?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Now, do you more than likely do you see like some lines running across it?
Not across it sideways like this.
Like if you
Oh,
see these lines right here?
yes.
Yeah, do you have
Yes,
lines
I
like that?
do. That's exactly like what it is. See what it
Yeah, there
is?
you go. So that's fired.
Okay.
That's fired. So it would have hit the rifling on the inside. It would have hit the rifling on the inside of
Oh,
the
that's so
barrel.
cool that you have one exactly like that. Oh,
That's similar. I
cool.
think yours is a little pointier, but yeah.
Well, it does. It's. I don't. this one's not been fired, I don't think.
It may have been.
Because it doesn't look like it hit anything. But
Yeah, well, this one here is fired, and it doesn't look like it hit anything. A lot
I
of them come
see.
out.
It's smoother. It
It's
just
whether,
seems so like pointy and like smooth.
yeah, I think a lot of these just end up going straight into dirt, and yeah,
And
here's
that's why
another
they
one
don't
I have.
look like horrible or something.
Here's another one I have.
So what is this? What kind of one is that?
I don't know. I'm not an expert on these, but are these like 35 calibers, maybe?
I don't know.
Something like that. Probably something around
Found
that.
it in the dirt.
They're definitely not 20. 22s are real small.
Yeah.
So they're definitely not 22s, but they're probably like 30, 40 caliber or something like that. Yeah. I found a live round last weekend or last week.
Well,
yeah, the
cool.
live one that I have is like gigantic.
So, Anita, if you can measure the base in millimeters, you could probably figure out what kind that is.
Okay.
Like
Because
if you measure this way, right?
The
circumference?
No,
Or not
not
the circumference, the diameter.
The
diameter.
Yeah, double the radius. That'd be diameter. Duh.
Pi r squared, 2 pi r.
You know.
That's the circumference, isn't it? 2 pi r?
Circumference is all the way around.
Or is it pi r squared?
Pi r squared is the area, 2 pi r is the circumference.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should definitely not let my kid know I didn't know that. Just saying. Well, like it's one thing or another, whatever. But so Patty's going to look for an item to describe. Anita, if you have found an item that is significantly different from other things you found and you would like to submit a picture of it to Patrick, check out his 200 subscriber giveaway, because he will tell a story. He'll have a professional story written around your item that is frameable. And it's actually a fictional story based on this item you found. So if you found something, oh, by the way, do you have extra kittens right now?
Nope.
Me or her?
No, I was actually asking Nita because there's a lady in Illinois looking for kittens.
Oh.
So anybody in Illinois that wants kittens, just let me know. I actually managed.
The mom that was the kitten producer is now passed on, and her last batch of kittens was eaten by something.
Oh God!
I know it was awful.
That.
I know it was awful.
So Patty wants to know if her description can rhyme. Can my description rhyme? Absolutely. That'll probably, if you give your description, if you submit your thing to Patrick in a poem form, you'll probably win the contest.
Well, yeah, and keep in mind that Catalina, who's going to write the story, she'll write a story on it. But if you're rhyming your description, that may intrigue her.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's, basically, whatever you send in, you're trying to woo the attention of a young lady named Catalina, who's going to write the story. Chu is still here. I'm putting names in while we're here too, because we're going to do a race. And just trying to make sure we got everybody.
Yeah, here, if this adds a little color to the whole thing, I'll send. Where did my screen go?
In fact, guys, if you have not chatted for a while, please say something in chat so that we can make sure we got you.
There, so that's Catalina's website. So you can pull it up and you can see her there with her typewriter. And
where'd you put it? Oh, there it is.
In the chat.
It popped up.
Theperfectpoet.com. Oh, that's cool.
So she will she's usually doing this as like a street artist.
Oh, she's delightful looking. Look at her. Yeah. She's like cute as a button.
That's how I met her. But then she'll, like you could see in there, she'll do, I think under wedding poetry, she'll actually go to like somebody's wedding and like just sit there and for whatever, whatever she charges for the 2 hours, 3 hours, and people can come up and do poems with her. But she'll also like you can just you can contact her through that website and she'll write a custom poem for you and send it to you.
Oh, that's nice.
That's so sweet. Here,
Yeah.
Patty, there's an idea for you to monetize your skills because Patty writes poetry. She's actually really good. So that's actually really
I'll have to
interesting.
get Patty to write some of my stories for me.
Oh, you should definitely talk to Patty. She's got some talent. It's
Yeah.
funny because there was a thing I was looking at where people had you could buy a series of letters, and the letters would tell a story about like the Victorian age, or it would be set in different times, and you got a series of like
Oh,
20 letters or something, or
that's
12
cool.
letters, one a month, and it'd be like they were corresponding with you, but they were telling a story that existed in another time
Yeah,
and place.
that'd be cool.
That is
And
cool.
I was looking at it because I thought it might be cool to order one for my son. Because it's like you get mail, and then in the mail you get this, like story
Remember
in
when you got
pieces.
mail in the mail, like physical mail?
We do get mail here.
Remember when we used to do that a lot as kids?
What
Yeah,
do you
Remember
pen
mean?
that?
pals and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Co is in the house. Good to see you.
There's a story on I listened to Radio Lab, listened to it for many years on NPR. They also have like a podcast, you can just download them. And
Uh-huh.
there's a story they did where this man and woman were driving on kind of like a desolate road or whatever, and the woman tells the man to stop. Like, this is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. And they back up, and what she has them stop for was there was a cow standing in the field with a goat on the cow's back.
What?
So this goat on. So I guess it's not that odd because I think goats climb things, like
I've
climb
seen
They
that
trees
do.
and
happen
stuff. So
before. Yeah.
what's
But
that?
why would a cow stand still for it is the question.
Well, I have no
Because
idea,
cows stand still a lot.
but that's
But
what
wouldn't they notice there was a goat on their
They
back?
do. They don't care sometimes.
maybe it keeps the bugs off. I don't know, but so they stopped to check this site of this goat on this cow. And I actually have a T-shirt I bought from them one time. It's like a cow with a goat on top of it. But
Uh-huh.
but when they stopped, coincidentally, where they stopped were all these letters scattered on the side of the road.
Oh,
So they started picking them up, and it was
Uh-huh.
correspondence from a long time ago. I think it may have gone back to like World War II or something. And so
Wow.
this is the thing that drives me crazy, mail detecting. Like, when you find something where you found it, why did you find it there? Why
why
did
is
that
there?
person lose it
Yeah.
there? So they did all this research, and they ultimately found like who the person was who was writing these letters back and forth, and they
Okay.
found the person who lost them and why they
Oh,
lost
really?
them. But that's what we do all the time. That's the one thing that drives me as crazy as anything else is, why did this item get lost where it got lost?
How'd it get here?
Why
Yep.
did this thing wind up here?
That drives me crazy. This one here, I was showing it to earlier when I did the show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
This little German coin I found from 1935. Found it
Cool.
in a stream in Pennsylvania.
Like, where's it? What's it doing there?
Let me see. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Now flip the other side.
Yeah, so it says Third Reich on that side. I don't know what it says on this side here.
It says 50. I think I have a coin that looks like that. That's why I was
Yeah.
asking. It's got the eagle, and I thought it was Germany. Like,
Yeah, it's definitely a German coin.
Coin show and tell.
Yeah. Oh, here,
Coin
Ro,
show
you
and
didn't see this
tell.
one. You didn't see this one
Wait a
earlier when I
minute.
showed this one, Ro.
Hold on.
I got one too.
Anyway,
We'll put you guys both up together here.
what do you got there?
And
That
I'm going
is
to
a
take
token
me.
I'm
that
sorry.
I found in Florida. It says
Very nice.
SIBO, and it says www.sibo, and then it's really, really hard to read. But basically, I found out that it was from an arcade.
Well, if it has www on it, it would mean that it was made in the last
Fairly
20
new.
years.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Look at that.
But
That's
we were trying to
cool.
figure out, like, what does that even say? Because it's really, really dark.
You know, I got a spill of Chuck E. Cheese coins, but I didn't even
Yeah,
film
but
it
this
because
is
it was
one
like it's
like
Chuck
we
E.
had never
Cheese.
heard of, like SIBO. What the heck is that? But apparently, it's like an arcade near somewhere in Florida, I
Did
think.
you use Google image search?
The image search was not that helpful, but I just like had to Google a million different ways, like what the heck is SIBO, and it was very difficult to actually come up with any information for a long time.
Like
Because
where
like
you
the
actually
image
take a
search
picture of
of
it?
the coin was not helpful.
Did you actually take a picture of it and like Google search
I
off the
tried.
picture? Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
tried. And
Yeah.
then I found it. Eventually, I forgot how I found it. It was just like per chance.
Here it
After I
is.
was
China Amusement Park Token Sibo Guangzhou.
ELE,
Hold on.
because there's some letters after it. It's like ELE,
I
blah,
think this
blah,
is
blah,
it.
blah, blah.
Hold on. Let me see if I hold it up so I can see what yours says, because I found this one here. I can share screen. Yeah, this is it. Hold on. Let me share screen.
Yeah, let me see it. It's like, it's hard for me to like find it again. Yeah, that's it.
And it says
Electronic.cn.
www.sibdelectronic.
Yep. SIBO
Sibdel
Electronic.
Electronic. Or SIBO. Okay.
Yeah, SIBO
And
Electronic.cn.
the back has a
Yep, that's the
dooley-doo.
back looks like.
Okay, so this was on eBay.
Yep.
And
That's where I
it's
found it. It was on eBay.
they want $15 Australian, $9.99 US for it.
So see, it's an electronic coin ride thing. Yeah, it was like a ride in an arcade.
Very cool.
So that's what that was used for.
Now this one
So
here,
you had
oh,
one, and then you
here,
would ride the ride with
it
it.
says China Amusement Park token on this one with the same SIBO thing. And it's located in Kansas, but this one says it's $6, and it says that it's China Guangzhou region. I don't know how they got that information because it's not in the comment. Country of origin, China. So did you find that in your yard, or where'd you find that? Or in Florida?
Florida, on the beach.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I know.
Yeah, who was it? Rob was just chomping at the bit to get back out to Florida and
Yeah.
and start detecting. Now
What
we're gonna do is we're gonna set up another race.
Yay,
And
races.
Bottle Top
detector do you use,
Bandits in the
Anita?
house. What's
Bottle
that?
Top Bandit.
I was asking Anita what detector she uses.
Simplex.
Simplex Plus.
What's the difference between a Simplex and a Simplex Plus?
Simplex Plus comes with all the stuff.
Okay, guys, if you
So
are
it's just a
here, please
bundle.
comment. And Hidden Numismatist is in the house. This is going to be a race for anybody who's hardcore enough to have stuck around this long, or who just showed up.
I just showed up because I
know.
I'm late.
But you're in here. I put you in the race.
Yeah.
But I got 21 names, and I think I only have 11 in chat, so I'm going to start cleaning here.
Oh, since you're here, I was going to show something and see if you recognized it.
Okay.
Where is it?
Tell me when you're ready. Jason, BC Treasure Trails, are you in the house? We're doing roll call. Danny D, are you in the house? I think Dwayne Norvell's still here. Hidden Numismatist is here.
Okay.
Sandy's
Have you
been
ever
here all
seen
night.
anything like that?
Hold on. It looks like an arrow point.
Doesn't it? But it's like, I don't know.
dart point, maybe.
Maybe.
No, maybe it's a piece of a mechanical pencil.
Oh, it's definitely not that.
Definitely
Is
not
it
that.
hollow in the inside or not?
Nah. Actually, it might be. This might be dirt.
Ro might be right if that's.
Yeah, it looks like the tip of a pen or a pencil, like a refillable cartridge pen.
Oh, I wonder. It's so dirty. I wouldn't have thought that it would have been anything
Do you have a toothpick?
modern. Not in my room.
It isn't necessarily modern. A cartridge pen could be from the 1950s.
Interesting.
I don't think I don't know when cartridge pens like Bic pens and stuff they could. I don't know if they came out in the 40s or 50s. They had them in the 50s, so I know that.
Well, I mean, I found it. So it has. I mean, it's metal, so it's like because I found it with my metal detector. So I mean, it's metal, but
You know what? Since I have Sandy and Carla here, we are going to save this list and we're going to let them do their wheel spins. And then we will do the final race for the seat for the. Hold on, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to get to save. All right, let's go back here. I'm going to go ahead and put the screen view back up here. All right, so what I'm going to do, we're going to get names in just a second, but since we got Carla and Sandy still in the house, how about we do your wheel spins that you have coming right now?
Whee! Spin.
Let's see here. You got to go to prize wheel, not race for silver. Wheel spin. Okay, guys, first up, we've got Sandy. Are you still in the house, dear? You are. This is your wheel spin.
Spin. Spin it to win it.
You got the Kratos keychain. Congratulations.
Nice.
And I only have one of those, so that has to come off the wheel.
You only have one?
Only have one. Somebody
Oh my
sent
god,
it.
I have like 2 or 3 of them sitting here.
Oh, well, then you should be giving them away on your next live stream.
I know. Oh, I just got a new thing for giveaways. I got a new hat.
Oh, cool.
It's upstairs. It's a Captain Morgan hat. It's actually a really nice one.
You want to grab it and show it, or you just talking about
upstairs.
it? That sounds far.
At least I thought I had brought it down, but I don't see it anywhere. So I must have just not grabbed it. I'll get it.
Just looking to see if my new stickers are in this area. Ooh, I found lemon drops because I got new stickers from Sticker Mule today. And they're holographic bullet-shaped stickers in a round circle. Oh, here they are. Do you guys want to see my new stickers?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and grow this. And then we will let Carla spin next. These are my new Diggun stickers, and they're shiny.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I thought they'd be kind of fun. Whenever the Sticker Mule has a deal, I usually re-up on that stuff because I go through a lot of stickers, surprisingly. All right, so that was Sandy's prize and Carla Ainsworth. You also have a prize coming. Are you ready? Good luck. Well, Hayden, we are going to do another spin, but if you want one of those, you're going to have to. Oh, Carla, you got an MLB painted quarter. Congratulations.
All righty. Found it. Okay.
And we're going to have to pull those 2 items off because I can't give a Kratos magnet keychain around that I don't have. So
See, it's pretty nice.
Oh, beautiful. Where'd you get that?
I know. At work, of course.
Oh, nice.
They
Now let
were
me
promo items that were being given away, and it's got a really nice that part of the hat with some Velcro, because I really hate those ones that are like the plastic thingamabobbers, that are just like snaps.
Yeah, I
Plastic
actually don't
snaps.
mind the plastic ones, but the
Oh, I
Velcro ones
hate
are
those.
nicer.
And like this is a nice hat because it's not that vented stuff that looks kind of cheap. It's a
Uh-huh.
really nice hat. See?
Yeah.
Really nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I bet Venture Too Low would love to have it because that's got a pirate on it. Just saying. All right, congratulations to our 2 spin winners, and we're going to switch back to, let's see, I saved that. Got 72 prizes left on that one. And we're going to switch back to the race. Oh, it's over here. Hold on.
Look at all the people. Hi, people.
Oh, the shiny happy people.
Shiny
Right?
happy people.
You should have been earlier when I was trying to sing Romeo Void, or Romeo's tune. Romeo Void is the one that says, I might like you better if we slept together. Totally different song.
Oh, dear.
All right, let's do this. Since we're going to go into a new race, let's go ahead and pull new characters. Let's go Halloween theme because
Oh, boy.
And let's see if I
She's
can.
She's right into it with the Halloween.
Have you seen the Halloween theme? It's awesome.
No, I haven't. All I can see is me.
Let me see if I can. Here we go. Load a save list. And didn't we just save a list? I think we did.
Did we?
I think so. Maybe we did not. Maybe I just blew up my own stinking list. It's possible.
How
I
could you?
know. Because today's not the 12th or the 5th. We could do a race with other people. Look here. Want to see who's in the September 12th race?
Who's in the September 12th race?
Let's see names. Oh, sorry, I'm not even letting you guys see it again.
No, it's
Shame
just
on
me.
Yeah, you're on the spot. Yeah, there's like totally different people in here. Okay, we're just gonna clear it and start over.
Yeah, look, Brian on the bed's on that one.
Oh yeah, is Brian on the bed right now?
He is not. He's in Ohio.
Oh, see, we're not gonna let Brian in Ohio be on the list. That's too wrong.
He's not here.
All right, I'm gonna grab guys. Everybody say something in chat. Yeah, here Las Vegas is chanting, "We are here, we are here," just like
Here,
Horton
here,
hears
here.
a hoo, hoo. Okay, we go live chat.
It was your birthday, Anita, last time you and I were on this together.
Yeah, you're right. It was.
If she says it's her birthday again, don't believe her.
No.
She's trying to get free cake everywhere she goes.
I'm going to build this from scratch because I blew it when I switched out of it. We used to have a ice cream parlor named Farrell's Ice Cream, and if it was your birthday, they always give you a free sundae.
Nice.
Yeah, and then they had you could get a party sundae. Now, you look at this now, I kind of think, ew, because it sounds germier than crap to share a giant punch bowl full of ice cream with 12 of your friends. But back then, you could get a party sundae. They had the zoo, and it had ice cream and toppings in a big giant punch bowl, and it had zoo animals, like plastic zoo animals on the top. And the funny thing is, we all thought that was the raddest thing ever. We never were like, yeah, don't touch my ice cream. I don't want to eat out of the same bowl with you. No, the kids would all just dig in and eat out of the same friggin'
They
trough.
wouldn't care.
And you know what? They even did have an ice cream thing called the pig trough, and they brought out a fake pig trough.
Oh, that sounds gross.
It was not nice.
It's funny when you said ferrule, I was thinking a little metal part. You could find them metal detecting. A little part used to compress 2 pipes together.
Oh no, it was Farrell's Farrell, Farrell's Ice Cream Parlor, and everybody wore like old time clothing that was like barbershop quartet clothing with like the black tie and the red and white striped shirts.
Mm-hmm.
That was the deal. Okay, guys, we're going to put names in, and I got Chew is here. Got Marty Verstal. I got Bear Magnetics. You guys got to talk if you are here because we're going to run a race while we're going to let this thing run while we chat. 'Cause
Do you know what the hats were called? That, the barbershop quartet, that like straw hat that
it was
had
called a straw hat.
there's another name for it.
It's not a fedora. I know that. It
Yep, it's not a
is.
fedora.
What letter does it start with?
A B as in boy.
Bolero. No, that's round. B. You got me. I
It was
can't think of
actually
it.
called a boater's hat.
Boater?
And
Really?
it got its name from gondoliers, because if you think about it, those are
Huh.
the same hats that gondoliers wore. They just had
Oh,
like
you're
a
right.
longer
Yeah, similar. Yeah.
ribbon that came from them. Yeah.
Patty Disharoon is in the house. I'm going to read the names to you guys, and anybody who does not hear their name, please speak up. I got Bear Magnetics, Bottle Top Bandit, Chew, Hidden Numismatist, Carla Ainsworth, Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter, which we make into Lavuth. And Vegas, he has donated 4 shirts to the Big Fat Wheel for Sunday.
Me, I'm not there.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Just give me a second. Not done reading. Because I said Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter, and then I said Madtown belongs here. Or Medtown, either way.
I'm not Medtown. I'm Madtown.
You're Medtown. He can be Medtown tonight. You know who we haven't seen tonight is Mark Thomas. He must be off to having a life tonight. Barbershop hat. You're right. Got Marty Verstal, Patty Disharoon, Sandy Robinson, Sherry, Lynn Martins, SkyQuest, and I have to add Stories from the Signal. There we go. We got 14 in the race. You guys got lots of chances. You get roughly you're going to have about a 7.5% chance of winning.
Where's the half chance coming from?
Well, what's 7 times?
Yeah.
7 times
Oh,
14
the number.
is
I
only
got it.
98.
I thought I was thinking like a 1 in how many people are in there? 14, a 1 in 14 chance. Yeah.
1 in 14. But it's a 7%, 7%
Yeah.
chance.
It's not equal.
So I rounded. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and set this. And we're going to start the race before anybody jumps in and magically shows up. How about that?
Yeah. Too late. Blah.
Yeah, it's a you snooze, you lose deal tonight.
That's right.
All right, and we'll shuffle 3 times because we hit 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And we do like the music, unless we could play Monster Mash without getting demonetized, because I do like that better.
I don't think so.
I know. I've played it twice on my channel. They haven't gotten me yet, but I play it in short little clips in the middle of a very long live stream. So we're going to call that fair use under educational purposes. Everybody needs to know the Monster Mash. All right, guys. Here comes the race for the Big Fat Wheel. Good luck. Oh, first prize gets the Big Fat Wheel. Last place gets a spin on the prize wheel tonight. Okay? Good luck. And fresh out of the gate, we got Madtown Magnet is taking a quick lead in this. And you'd be surprised.
Am I a werewolf?
Nope, you are
No, I'm a vampire.
But you'd be really surprised because usually she only does well dressed as a unicorn.
That's
Carla
true.
Ainsworth is Hannibal Lecter and is toddling along.
Okay, that's just
slowly.
creepy.
But he had the lead for a little bit.
Ooh.
And now it's Stories from the
Wait
Signal.
a second. I did not sign up to be
scary
that scary nurse.
You're a scary nurse.
No, I'm deathly afraid of needles. So
oh, that's a creepy clown with a balloon.
And we got a creepy clown with a balloon as Bottle Top Bandit. We have Sherry Lynn as a knight in shining armor. Carla Ainsworth is as Lavuth, or Carla Ainsworth is Hannibal Lecter is pulling ahead again, which is surprising considering he is straitjacketed, but his little feet go pretty fast.
It's got really good balance.
Yeah.
Bear Magnetics is a kind of alien dragon, and he's lagging a little behind. And Lavuth is falling back as a werewolf.
You'd think my cape would help. We'll fly a little bit.
You know, you'd think that you'd be hungry for a neck or two while you're there. They just lean over, take out a competitor,
Yeah, just sort of,
go for the jugular.
Hmm.
And it looks like Sandy Robinson is lurching ahead as a giant blue
Ooh.
Frankenstein.
Oh.
And Sherry
I'm
Lynn
pacing
Martin's
myself.
moving in
That's
place.
what I'm doing. I'm
Well, you know,
pacing
you
myself.
have a little time. You got, you know, when you're 2 minutes out, it could be
Yeah.
anything.
I'm
Patty
I'm gonna-
DeSharoon looks like she is a pirate tonight.
I'm gonna have that bad dream where you're in a like you're running from something, but you just can't run fast enough, and the thing is catching up to you. This is gonna make
Patty, what are you?
Sandra,
You're
Sandra
a
says
pirate.
she's Frankenstein's monster and she'll trade for
You're
the
a
nurse.
pirate, Patty.
And Patty says,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
a
you are
zombie
kind of a
pirate.
zombie pirate.
Arg.
No, it's
We'll let Anita call the rest of the race. What do you got, girl? Coming
I
up
just
on
love
the
everybody's
outside.
costumes. Everybody's
Sherry Lynn
costumes are
Martin.
great. Stories from the Signal is like the creepy nurse that you don't ever want.
SkyQuest is hopping forward here. Look at
Oh
this.
yeah. What is that? A gargoyle?
A little green, a little
Maybe?
alien thing.
You have me in
Sounded
there
like a
twice.
gargoyle.
I can't win. You have me in there twice. I didn't catch that you put me up there.
Oh no. Okay,
you
hold
did.
on.
Oh no.
I call a foul on this. Oh no, wait. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have pointed it out.
Well,
You
if
are
you
in
don't win at all,
twice.
then it doesn't matter now, does it?
We gotta fix this.
Oh,
No, no.
How did you get in here
how
twice?
did that even
No, I
happen?
I didn't do it.
You're alphabetized and everything. Let me get this fixed, guys.
Now they're all gonna be mad at me.
Torchy on the runs in.
First
Oh.
of all, you leave row, and I have to do show and tell, and everybody's like, "Oh, get him off the screen." And now you put my name in there twice. They're gonna hate me.
We're gonna run a second race anyway. We're gonna see if it'll let me see what just happened, because I don't think it will.
What just happened?
We'll put Torchy on the run in.
We
Good to
are
see you.
fabulous, Torchy. We're trying to get this race done.
We're gonna clear
But
this.
it was
and
weird.
We're gonna go 1-1-1.
Oh, I
We're
see.
gonna
You're
have
just
to
gonna
redo. Yeah, sorry guys.
half.
Okay, so now because there was complaining, if you can see who you are real quick and tell me you don't want them, I'll shuffle again. If not, I'm gonna leave them. You
What am
are
I now?
Stories looks like
Oh my
you're
god,
in
am I
night.
the Grim Reaper? I love that.
All right.
Am
Are
I
you
the Grim
okay with
Reaper
being a
or am
knight?
I Ghost? I can't tell.
I think Torchy's a Grim Reaper. I think you're a ghost.
I'm a ghost? Okay, I can live with that.
All right, guys. We'll go ahead and restart. Sorry about that. And Dwayne Norvell. Is Dwayne Norvell in here? Hold on. He is not. Let's put Dwayne in here.
He's back.
He is back. Anybody else back that needs to be in? Because we're going to run a quick little 1-minute race. Because I had to stop it to fix story being duplicated.
Stop
Which
it.
would be my fault. And Patty's in. Hidden is in. Last call, guys. Torchy on the run is in. We're going to set it. We're going to shuffle once. And let's see if there's any complaining. Bottle Top Bandit is some kind of green dragon thing. And Madtown is a pirate. Are you okay with being a pirate, or you want me to hit shuffle? Stories,
okay.
you are the
I can
devil
be a
himself.
pirate.
You okay?
Makes sense
You're
to
the
me.
devil, as long as you're
Makes
not the
sense.
nurse.
Yes.
All right, let's hit start then. Good luck, everybody. Bear is saying oops, 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 and I don't know why. I'm pretty
Oops,
sure
oops, oops.
you're in here.
I don't know.
You are, you're a Dracula. Patty, where is Patty now? She is in the middle as your skeleton.
Ooh.
Dwayne, you missed all the best stuff. You know, every time you walk out of the room like this, we talk about you. Just saying.
Yeah.
Want to foster a good, healthy sense of paranoia in him now. Can you tell? Getting down 24 seconds. Last 20
Getting
seconds.
down.
Who's going to move to it? SkyQuest is making a
Wow.
move, but here
Marty
comes
fell back
Hidden
fast.
Numismatist is coming forward, and then Scary Nurse is going to make it. I bet
The
Scary
Oh.
Nurse is going to win. Let's see.
You gotta be
It's going
kidding
to be
me.
Marty Verstals digging with Marty. Nope. Madtown Magnet makes a
no.
Shut
move.
up! Shut up! Ah!
Congratulations. Madtown Magnet
Oh
wins a
my
spin on the prize wheel on Sunday.
You scared me,
Nice.
dog.
And I don't know if you caught it earlier when I was saying it, but the way this is going to work is that everybody who gets a spot on the prize wheel will then race, and they will spin the wheel in the order that they won the race.
Okay.
Because whoever spins first has a chance at all the prizes. Whoever spins last gets a chance at getting whatever's left. They basically get the leftover prize.
So you're spinning on Sunday?
Yep, Sunday.
Okay, what time?
It's 6:00 Central. We're gonna go or 7:00 Central. It's one of the two. Sorry,
I'm gonna be at work until like 7.
Well, we won't be spinning right away. They're going to have races to fill the slots
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Because, and what I did is I set it up that the hashtag keyword things, where if you guys put in, for example, you put in hashtag Morgan Freeman, or I'm sorry, you just include the word Morgan Freeman, does not have to have a hashtag. On any full-length video in August or September, it puts you in the running for a Copper Morgan round. I don't have
Oh,
that in here.
okay.
And I've been given keywords to people like all week. It's there's 6 different words that you can drop in as a comment to any video, and you can comment on all the videos if you want with that keyword, but that gets you in. Also, if you comment with hashtag big fat giveaway, no spaces, on any video or live stream outside the live stream, please, then that'll give you into a special race. So when we do the races Sunday, we're
Yeah.
going to have some that are just everybody who's in the race can go.
Yeah.
But then there's going to be some races where if you do the hashtags, you'll get in. So we got
So
Madtown
then
Magnet.
what race am I in with this?
This
Or-
everybody who gets a spot will race at right before we start spinning the prize wheel. So you have a guaranteed win on the prize wheel. But
Okay.
what you're racing
Got
for
it.
is whether you got to spin first, last, or in between.
What place I have to okay.
Yep. That's
Got
the
it.
point. And we're going to do that, Patty, right now, because whoever got last is going to spin the prize wheel tonight.
Yay!
So it was Madtown, Bottletop, and SkyQuest. Whoever
That's
is
super
last
cool.
gets to spin the prize wheel.
Dun,
So let's
dun,
go
Who's last?
see.
Who's last?
Hidden Numismatist.
Wow,
You
Hidden.
won a spin on the prize wheel.
Yay!
Congratulations. Are you still in the house? Because if you're not, then she gets it.
Numismatist.
Hidden, are you here? We'll
Are you
give you a minute.
here?
We are here. We are here. No, let's see if
Here,
she stepped up.
numismatist.
What did you call him?
Numismatist.
There you go. Well, let's see if Hidden is still in the house or if he just popped in and did a flyby. Because it's possible. I have no idea who else might be streaming tonight, too. So we could have multiple streams still going on. But I will check that in just a minute, because if we do have somebody still streaming, we can go and
There he
rate
is.
them. Hidden's here. Congratulations. So I got to grab a lemon drop real quick. I get lemon drop candies from
Love
Runnings.
lemon drop candies.
They're like real lemon drop candies, not
I love
the
lemon drop candies.
Where are they from?
Runnings. Oh, they're still the key ingredient sugar, but they still have corn syrup in it. Runnings is a farm store near us. They sell chicken food and dog food and really good gloves for digging. And
So they get to spin right now too, right?
Yeah, Hidden gets to spin right now.
Yeah.
And you, my dear, are on the big fat giveaway.
Okay.
And so what I'm going to do is put you and Sandy on the Big Fat Giveaway list right now.
Yay!
Whoops. I think I disappeared for a second. Freaked me out. Hold on.
Look at that. It's pretty.
So I now have 22 people who have prizes in advance.
Yay!
And I still have 20 slots to fill. I believe there's 42 on the wheel.
Are you seriously?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
I know. It's a big fat giveaway. You can't have
It's
a
a big fat
fat
giveaway.
You can't have a big fat giveaway unless you give out a whole bunch of prizes.
She's
I
just
could have
trying to get rid of all of her stuff.
no, I could have gone and just bought one metal detector and had one person win, and
That's
then the
true.
person who won would have been like, "Oh, I already have a detector that's
I
better
already have
than the
one.
simplex or
Yeah.
whatever." This way, everybody gets a little something.
Do you want me to show you my new toys?
Yes, but not quite yet. Hold on.
Okay, you
Alright.
tell
Let
me
me
when.
put you on here.
Are you
'Cause
giving away
I-
what's in grain bin number 2, Ro?
No, definitely not. We're
Okay.
going to go ahead
Green
and
bin
load.
number 2.
We're going to go ahead and pull up the prize wheel. Hidden, you get a spin on this prize wheel. Are you ready? Good luck.
Ta-da!
You got an Abe Lincoln
Cool.
two-toned token,
Ooh.
and
What's
that
that
is
look
really
like?
cool. Actually, it looks. I'm actually a little bit leery because I'm wondering if it should have been pulled. You get a Abe Lincoln two-toned clad token, but if there isn't one upstairs, because I know somebody won one the other day, then you're getting a different president two-toned. I'm gonna have to double check that. I won't be able to tell you for sure, but you're getting a token, and it's big and it's pretty.
And it's big and it's pretty.
Yeah, let me see if I have what it looks like. Oh, this is a Washington one. I know that one went out. Hold on. But it hasn't been mailed because it's sitting here on my desk. I need to get my mailings done. I need to teach my son who homeschools how to do mailings for me.
Ooh.
So this is the George Washington one, and the upstairs there's a Abe Lincoln one, and maybe it's Abe Lincoln. No, Patty, because I'm dealing with a lot of stuff right now, so I have not sent the mail out yet. But you're going to keep asking me every single day till I do, and I promise I will just send you a confirmation when yours ships because you have a lot of stuff, and anything that has a lot of stuff is going in one of my new envelopes, which you guys should see. Hold on, I want to show you something cool, and we're going to we're going to put. Hold on, let me do this. I'm going to grab my new envelope so you can see, but I'm going to put Anita on full screen so she can play show and tell.
Yay. So yeah, if you missed my live from the other day, I did do an unboxing of my new toys. So I got 2 new magnets, which is super cool. I'm so excited. Brian's not even home. And I don't even know that he's had access to the internet yet. I keep asking him if he's watched the live yet, and I think he still hasn't watched it. So
Who are you talking about?
Brian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in Ohio with his family. Why is this not coming out? It came out fine before.
It has Kratos on the top of the box.
I know.
You should definitely keep those boxes because you could always use them
I
to
do
wrap
keep the
presents,
boxes.
and then somebody could open it up and go, "I got a
I
Kratos
absolutely
magnet."
keep
You
the
could say,
boxes.
"Nope, you got a stuffed animal." Okay, what is that we're looking at? Looks
So
like
this
a
one
magnet.
is the Artemis, which is a 360 that is, less than the Titan, so that Brian stops getting his Titan stuck on things. And I believe it's a 2800 and not, because the Titan's like much bigger.
Now, do you tie those on with a sailor knot or do you use a carabiner?
We've been using the carabiners.
Okay. So, but aren't they attached to something with a rope? Like the rope?
Yeah, they
tied
just
on
hook
with...
onto this.
Okay, so what is the rope? What kind of knot do you tie to make the rope and the carabiner stay together?
The ropes come with, I'll show you the rope, because the rope is...
Or are they pre-tied?
Really nice quality rope. and it comes. This one, and this is Brian's new one. Okay, so you see the way the rope is like this.
Oh, okay. All right.
Where it comes around here, and then there's this nice
It's heat wrapped.
kind of plastic thing that's here that keeps the rope from fraying.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's very nice. This is a neat kind of one that we got. I love these carabiners because you just unscrew this a little bit and then do that, and then you just screw it back up, which is so much easier.
Cool.
Than some other types of carabiners. So I think this one is meant to be for Brian's 360.
Uh-huh.
And then I got here. These boxes are so nice. They really are. Pains in the butt.
Marty V, I will message you with the tracking number when yours goes out as well. I have a table full of things I need to get out, and if I wasn't struggling to finish our month end, I'd have them out by now. But today is the last day of the month and TGIF, so I'm excited because the crazy amount of work I've done in the last 2 weeks is now done with. So we'll be getting some stuff out. We also have prepackaged some of our prizes so that all we need to do is put an address on them. And I think that's going to be good too.
So this one is a slightly bigger clamp than what I have. So I got my boyfriend a smaller magnet and I got me a bigger magnet. Brian needs a smaller magnet.
So is this something like a girl can never have too many shoes? A magnet fisherman can never have too many magnets?
Because what if you lose one? Oh my God, that would be awful. Okay, there we go.
Will they stick to each other if you put them next to each other?
Yes, so we don't.
They will repel each other.
We don't do that.
Oh, okay.
No, they'll stick to each other, and if you get your hand in the way, that will be even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Really? You could actually get your hand trapped between the magnets?
Yes, and if you ask anyone who's gotten their hand smushed, it's very painful, and it's a trip to the hospital.
Really? Wow.
Grandma Kelly had to go to the hospital, because she got her hand smushed in between two magnets while she was on a live showing her magnets.
I should be careful with Tanner then, because he has skinny little bones.
Very careful. Only holding one magnet at a time. Yeah, for
Thanks,
sure.
Marty. Thank you for understanding. It's been really kind of a stupid week altogether. I'm really glad it's Friday that our stupid week is done. Almost done.
So this is the Athena. And the Athena's bigger than the Apollo. The Apollo's like a 950 only.
Uh-huh.
And this one is
1100?
1400.
Wow. Will it stick to the lamp behind you?
Yeah, I imagine so.
Want to show us?
No. It will not stick to my jewelry because my jewelry is this is
silver or gold?
No, that wouldn't stick either, but like this is a tungsten carbide.
Okay. What about your watch? Will it stick to your watch?
It shouldn't.
Let's see.
It's gold.
Okay.
Real gold.
So what happens if you're wearing bobby pins in your hair and you put it near your hair? Would it stick to your head?
It wouldn't stick to my head. It would stick to the pins.
I know, but the pins are on your head, so then you'd have to pull out chunks of hair.
I think it would probably just, pull them right out. Because they're little. So.
You do know that, if you put like a big magnet like that near me, I'm going to try to like stick it to the cat.
I know you probably would.
And just,
just
randomly.
Be careful.
And then it'll end up being
careful with it.
It'll end up being lodged on my husband's lawnmower, and then he'll have to be the one to get it off. Just saying. Will it stick to your car?
Parts of the car, probably. If any of it is whatchamacallit?
Metal?
No, I mean the metal part, yeah, but like if the other part is the non-metal part, like the what do they call that? The body parts that are
I don't know.
I can't think of what that is
Okay,
called,
so
but it's like
suppose you put it on your car and you put it on the hubcap and then it's stuck. Now, I don't know if it would or not, but if it was stuck to your hubcap and you have that 1400 one,
if the hubcap
could
is
you drive?
aluminum,
Could
then
you?
no, it wouldn't stick.
There's such thing as steel hubcaps. My
Yeah,
point
you're
is,
correct. But
could
a
you
lot of them
drive down
nowadays,
the
a lot of
road?
the
No,
factory ones
Anita,
are
stop,
aluminum.
stop. I want to
What?
know if it
Yeah.
stuck to your hubcap because you had a steel one and you drove down the road. Would it stay on the car or would it eventually fling itself off because of the spinning of the wheel of the car?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Should we
If
find
the
out?
vibration were enough, would it fling itself off? Is that what you mean?
I was thinking centrifugal force.
Actually, I think it would be fine with the centrifugal force. It's the vibration that I would worry about.
Really?
The vibration of going like this all the time.
Uh-huh.
But these are so strong that I think they would almost just stick to it the entire ride.
Dwayne says they're impossible to get apart too, and Marty V says that Athena is the name of his 4-year-old granddaughter, who is also apparently the goddess of knowledge. Isn't that Athena says the owl because she's smart?
It's possible. I was just gonna say, what's his name? Magnet Mission's son is named isn't his son's name Apollo?
I don't know.
It's one of the magnets, I swear to God.
So Mark says it would rip the hubcap off as well.
It might
yeah, probably
rip it
you're
off
right.
if you tried to pull it and the hubcap off.
No, we were talking about driving down the highway with a Kratos magnet stuck to your hubcap. What would happen?
It wouldn't hurt the car. It would just stay there probably.
Okay, wait a minute. Las Vegas says he needs to get a magnet to go dirt fishing with. How does that work exactly?
Dirt fishing? What's dirt fishing?
That's usually metal detecting is dirt fishing.
Oh, is that what you're calling it?
That's what they call it.
Oh, I guess I didn't know that that's what they called it.
Yeah.
Dirt fishing.
So that's interesting. Hey, Mark TBH is in the house, and I'm wondering, Mark, if you have decided to start going live again, and if so, what day?
But what I love that I got with this magnet kit was this cool thing that is now going to stick to me.
What the hell is it?
Because it's got, this is, I don't know what they call this sort of thing, but you stick it to your, your belt or like pocket or something. But this is your scraper so that you can scrape all the junk off your magnet. But they stuck it on one of these now.
I think it's called a retractable cord.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
Those things are cool. I used to have a dog leash like that. And then we had rules about not letting your dog be off leash. And so technically my dog was never off leash because the leash was hanging from her neck on a retractable cord.
And then I have 2 more hooks that, oh my God, we have so many hooks now. So those will be a good giveaway item.
Las Vegas says her parks are so trashy, it would help to get rid of most bottle caps and other metal garbage. Oh, and by the way, Anita, now that you're home, can I have a poker chip now, or are you just still holding out on me?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm equally holding out on everyone.
Uh-huh. Why is that?
But not on purpose. I'm just very busy.
Okay.
But
I
will get some in the mail. Trust me. I will get some in the mail.
It's been crazy busy here, too.
Hi, hey, Looter 8.
Looter 8 is in the house. Looter 8 always shows up right at the end. It's always him or
who's one other.
I
He's been
know.
bottle detecting all day.
He's got some good bottles.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
been finding some quite the finds. I found a bottle dump, by the way.
Well,
I
yeah.
had a friend of mine who I was talking to told me where it is. Um, and I have to get down there and see what all I can find because apparently it's like super old and nobody ever goes down there and it's like a bona fide it's their old dump, but it's a bona fide like bottle dump from the like
Totally
30s.
bottles everywhere.
Yeah, so I think it'd be fun.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hoping we get some rain so we can go detecting. All right,
Mhm.
so guys, it's been such a pleasure hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Patrick, Stories from the Signals. You guys definitely check out his channel and
Right.
check out his giveaway because I think it's really cool what he's doing. And you should think about submitting an object to him and
Please do.
see if
Yes.
it catches Catalina's fancy. Because if you catch her fancy, she'll write you a story. Anita, it's always good to see you. Appreciate your being here. Guys, check out Anita's channel, Madtown Magnet Fishing. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to her channel. Please subscribe to Patrick as well. One of the things we like to do on this channel is to get everybody to be friends with one another because it's a good way to grow. And then it's always good if you reach outside the treasure hunting community and make friends on your channel and then you introduce them to other people as well. So that's one of the reasons why I post in the community pages, I post links to shout outs. Good night, Dwayne Norvell. Appreciate it. You guys catch Hidden Numismatist's website or channel. It's posted in the link. Marty V has a new video out today, so definitely check that. And Marty, were you on I Dig Fridays or did you come in earlier? Because I totally was struggling today to get my video out. If I knew you were going to put a video out, I would have just told Juice that you could have had my slot tonight because I was being lame. I am hopefully going to catch up on some sleep and catch up on getting some things out the door and go detecting this weekend. That's the plan. But tomorrow morning, right after I do the chicken run, we're doing October 1st Oktoberfest.
Yay!
And we are giving out new Relic Bingo cards for October. We'll be racing. And I'm going to see if the race thing will let me have like some kind of clever themed fall themed race for the thing. I think that would be fun.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want like something
I
fall
think you
like
should
a
do squash.
squash. What do you mean?
Different squashes.
They have a Thanksgiving race, but it's not Thanksgiving yet. But they have let's see. They got a Thanksgiving race, they got a Thanksgiving turkey race, and they have a witch race. Witches on brooms. That's like Quidditch. It's like a Quidditch race. That's kind of cool. I'm looking real quick to see what the Thanksgiving turkey guys look like because I'm curious. There's pilgrims and Indians. Yeah, nobody's going to be offended by that. Let's
No,
see.
not at all. Hey,
just gonna
there
hang
were pilgrims and there were Native Americans. We just, that's just a bad story.
Yeah, problem with that is then if we did this one, there would be boys getting dressed like girls, girls getting dressed like boys, everybody
God
identifying as the other.
forbid.
That just sounds like it's
God
going to be
forbid people want to
problematic.
dress how they want to dress.
Yeah, we've got going
My
hunting
goodness
sometime tomorrow and need to get a video out from Las Vegas
I think the
treasure
last
hunter.
thing people need to worry about is clothing.
So
There's so many other things to worry about.
as long as you're wearing
I
some
mean-
clothing, some clothing's good.
I mean, like, wow.
So let me, Marty, why don't you put up your video link in the chat? Let's get it out there. And I'm going to check real quick and see if there's anybody that we can raid to. So hold on just a minute and we will figure that out real quick. See if we can do it. If not, Anita's going to start her own live stream right after now. We'll go right into yours. If you want to, girl. No, that's a no. All right.
I am just like beat, man.
That's why I'm kind of getting there.
I've been
too.
working a lot. So
let's see. I'm just looking at the links for live streams to see who all is on. Because sometimes we have somebody interesting on it too. Sometimes all you get are weather. You get weather and you get the news.
It's like freaking weather everywhere.
Oh gosh, there's some strange things on live. Could be it could have something to do with what I watch. I don't know. Marfugal TV's on tonight. He's very conspiracy theory-ish. And let's see. There's some gaming channels on. I think not. Mag Americans, probably not. Yeah, this is like a weird time of night for us because the funny Minecraft videos, no, that's a hard no.
Funny Minecraft video.
I know. I'm just looking to see. There's monkeys. I, live streaming monkeys.
I have
Okay.
a new favorite person to watch with shorts. Let me
Who's
see
that?
if I can get it up here. What's her name? Her name is Haley Morris.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically she plays different parts of her body or bodily functions. And they talk to each other.
Okay.
And like it's hard to explain if you've not seen one of her videos.
Uh-huh.
But just some of the funniest content you've ever seen.
Really? Okay.
Oh my god.
It looks like this is
It's
not giving me anything.
HAYLEY and then Morris, MORRIS.
I'll take a quick look. Hold on.
Yeah, she just, oh my god. Everything she does just makes me break out laughing because she's talking about like her brain's talking to her and then her liver is talking to her sometimes, her
Yeah, I see this.
stomach,
It says my hormones, my hair, my
hormones, hair.
period.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
it's hilarious.
I'll definitely have to check that out later. That's
Do it. All women should watch because all women would be laughing.
well, good to know. Let me see
But my
here.
boyfriend was the one who actually told me to watch. So men find it funny too. So
There is a video that just came out called How to Be the Worst Neighbor in Existence. I think I had the worst neighbor in existence. I don't know if it gets any worse than that. Let me see here. Nope, guys, it's funny because Friday night you think somebody would be up late doing stuff, but I'm not seeing it. I do appreciate you guys being here, though.
Yep.
Edward the Trash Talker just came in the house, and Rain's Love Storm is here too. So you guys, if I had more energy, I'd be up streaming all
right?
night
Aren't
long.
you just exhausted? I'm so tired.
Well, I am because I did take a couple Benadryl and some Tylenol when I went upstairs because
that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little Benadryl in the system. Hi, Edward. I'm doing great.
This is just a crazy friggin' rash. I don't know what's going on, but I think I might have measles again. I don't know.
No, you can't have measles twice. You can have measles once.
Well,
then
what
later it or no, that's with chicken
That's
pox.
chicken
Like
pox.
if you have chicken pox in your system, later you can get shingles.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah.
this isn't shingles. I just have this just bizarre like hives or something.
Hives is hives. You could just be itchy.
Yeah, no, there's like tiny little dots all over my body. It's not good.
Did you get bit by something?
That's what I went into the doctor's office to ask, and they were like, "Nope, doesn't look like anything we've ever seen." And they sent me home with some cream and prednisone. So it's like, just suck it up, Buttercup, and whatever.
Oh, they sent you
Iron antler.
with prednisone?
Yeah.
So a steroid. Okay.
Yeah, which I mean, at this point, that's supposed to calm the itching, and it doesn't either. But whatever. We're gonna just. I'm gonna wait till Monday, and if
Hi,
it's still going
Beard.
on, I'm gonna ask for a referral to a dermatologist.
Look, it's Beard. Hi.
Yeah, Iron Antler's in the
Beard.
house. So is Rain's Love Storm. And
KCMD. Hi.
oh, KCMD must have just finished his stream then. Good to see you.
Oh my God, Beard! I saw the really funny clown video scaring John. I near died.
Like this hidden
I laughed so hard.
numismatist wants us to stay on. He's like, he's enjoying it. Please hang out. That's so sweet. I think he's being facetious. I can't imagine that it's that interesting listening to me bitch about a rash.
Anything.
I don't know. Let's see here. And Edward says, "How am I doing tonight?" I'm hanging in there. I got up at 4:30 this morning, so it's actually getting a little late for me, but we'll see here. Let's
Has
see what
everybody
else.
seen that short that Iron
Oh,
Antler did?
wait. Stories from the Signal, you have 300 subs.
No,
No, Stories from the Signal.
Edward does. Edward does.
Oh, Edward, you have 300 subs.
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
his 300th.
Oh, you
Okay,
were
I got
saying
that
he does.
confused.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
It's a milestone. We'll take it.
Hey, Jersey history. What's up?
Is Audrey here? Hey, good to see you. Where is everybody coming in from? Are you guys raiding from somewhere that I don't know about?
Must be.
Y'all came
I
in
know
from
he's scared
Dennis's,
to death
didn't
of
you?
clowns, which is
Don't
why
they-
I was laughing my butt off. I was laughing so hard.
Don't
His
they know we've
little
been doing
boy
this for 3
scared
hours and
the
19
crap
minutes?
out of him when he came in the door.
What'd you say, Patrick?
Don't they know we've been doing this for 3 hours and 19 minutes?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think. I think everybody just cruised in from a different stream, and they're like, "Hey, look, Rose up again!"
Let's
Because
raid
Rose streams
Rose.
all the time. I
Okay.
stream nonstop. No, I was actually looking to get my 4,000 hours, and I got that. So
You
now
did?
yes, I got my 4,000 hours finally. That
Yay!
took forever.
Oh, that's
And so
awesome.
now I put my application in, and then we just sit and wait until YouTube has to review it before it goes somewhere. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it was a long, painful road to, it's nothing like not being prepared to hit 1,000, so you don't have anywhere near the hours. So you guys are thinking in advance. Like Anita, you've been streaming for months now.
I know, but
And
I don't have as many hours as you might think.
how many hours do you have?
Let me take a quick look. Hold on.
And I'm going to put a link to Anita's channel in here. Now, did it help that you had Swampy doing all of the streaming when you're in Florida?
Yep, and I don't have. Yeah, he did all the streaming, and I was happy to have him do that because I can't. I could not stream from my phone. My phone didn't have that capability.
Uh-huh. I just put up Anita's link, guys. Now, Anita's got 224 subscribers, but
Yep.
she's like putting the content out. She's building, which is really great. Now, I'm going to grab
Yes.
Stories from the Signals link as well, because, when you guys come up, I want to at least make sure people are able to get to you.
Where's the information about how many that you have?
You click on Manage Videos, and that
Manage
takes you to
videos.
studio.youtube.com, and then you get there.
Okay.
And Stories from the Signal is right there, 220 or 233 subscribers. Let's get him some too. Hold on here. Get you guys out. Rain says Anita's fun. And Anita is fun.
I try.
And yeah, Edward, I guess you just made your 300 mark. Olin Borden's in the house. Good to see everybody. I just wish we could hang out all night except for I need to sleep.
843 watch hours.
All right, but you're getting there.
I know, I'm getting there, but
the thing is that
I also have
hours roll off as
almost
you're coming
a 45-hour week.
Is that what you're working now? Oh,
what?
Geez. You're working 45 hours a week? That's
almost,
a lot of hours.
Yeah, pretty much, and it's just gonna get worse when the next month goes by, and then we're into holiday time.
Christmas.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, Edward, to answer your question, Anita doesn't do a scheduled live stream. She has a pop-up. You have to go to her channel, subscribe, and ring that bell, and you'll be notified when she comes up, because she does it on a whim when she feels like it, which is way better than promising you'll come. You're going to do it at a scheduled time and then not showing for your own stream or whatever. So,
like, look, she's on. Let's get over there. Yes.
Exactly.
That's how we roll.
Thank you, Edward. I appreciate it. Yeah, like KCMD's got 7,500 hours and 470 subs. So you got it backwards. Your hours will roll off, so you got to keep them pretty steady as far as moving forward. But since you've pre-queued so many of your videos, you're like set for Monday Digs for quite some time, which is really nice. I always do like 1 or 2 videos at a time, but I'm never ahead of the game because I barely got Fridays off, and I have to get one done for Monday now. So
I do have a video that I uploaded. I just need to
do you want to have my Monday dig slot? I'll give it to you
not
for
for
just
this
this
one.
week.
Not
Oh,
for this one. It's just kind of a wrap up of something that we were doing, so we weren't
oh,
it's
you
just
were.
kind of it's not a full long video.
Oh, okay. And Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter, you are so close on the views, but we need to figure out how to get you more subs. And you know what would be really helpful, dear, is if you started taking a cruise over to Lake Mead and showing the water levels in Lake Mead. You're going to get lots of views. Maybe take a walk on the strip once in a while, do a nighttime live stream off the strip. Because if you start doing shorts of things that people are curious about,
Yeah,
that would be a good way. Marty V says he's 440 away from 1K.
there
And
you
Drew's
go.
giving us all a big fat thumbs up because Chew rocks. Anita, I made a new friend in Wisconsin today.
You did.
And
Oh,
then I can't tell you because yeah, it's through my work, so it's all confidential. But
oh, it's just somebody that's
she
he
lives
happens to
on
live in Wisconsin.
farmland. Yeah, she lives on farmland, bordering more farmland. And
Hmm,
it just sounded really interesting. Like I'd love to go metal detecting over there, but I'm not allowed to contact her outside of work, and I'm not allowed to give her my information to contact me either.
that's
So
weird.
I know it's a patient confidentiality thing.
Oh, okay.
Mm. You're doing shout outs next Tuesday on Share the Love if anyone needs help. You know, Audra, I would love the help. In fact, I am right now. I have a contest out. If anybody does a shout out short or shout out video for me, they enter to win a treasure hunter seize the day round. So definitely check it out. I actually do share the love streams on Monday nights. We do where we spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on, we share their channel and we show a bit about them and get people to go over and sub them too. Too many people are doing Lake Mead and many doing the strip. Yes, it's true, but you still don't know what kind of stuff you'll gather. And especially if you do I would do like a funny video on the strip and how those guys grab you and try to take you down to buy a condo. Like, we had
Take you down to buy a
Yeah.
condo.
they do. They like okay, so Eric and I, we got married in December and we went to Vegas on our honeymoon. And I was like, let's walk around the strip just for
I
fun.
know
So we
those
go down
guys.
there
I know those guys.
and these guys like, hey, I can get you 2 free show tickets and some money to gamble
Mhm.
with and some drinks and this and this. All you have to do is come to this presentation.
Yeah.
And so he like is walking with us down the strip. And so it's like, oh, we're like, well, where is it? Oh, it's just a little further here. So we start following him. And just a little further turns out to be like a 2-mile hike down the strip to
Yep.
go down this dark alley and into this corridor. And then you go down to the end past the maids' quarters, and there's finally this desk. We get all the way down there, and they say, great, you're here. We're so glad. Can I have your ID? And I'm like, I don't have my ID with me. And
Why didn't you
we
have your
walked like,
ID with you?
yeah, it just didn't really occur to me. It was just like, we were just hanging out on the strip. We weren't drinking, we weren't gambling, we were just hanging out. And besides, I'm old enough to drink on the strip without showing an ID, just saying. So we walked like 2.5 miles for nothing, and they didn't even get free show tickets out of it. But they're giving out like helicopter rides and all sorts of stuff if you just go listen to their timeshare thing.
Yeah. We were just like, no, you know, we don't want to spend a lot of time. We have very limited time to be there. So like we're just like we don't want to go listen to that.
Oh, we were totally like, yeah, we'll take the free stuff. What do we care? But it was just funny how it all turned out. Edward's asking Anita, how are you doing tonight? And
I
Las
am
Vegas
doing
Urban
well, and
Treasure
I
Hunter
said that I
is
was doing
saying
well.
that
Yes.
he is doing a new astronomy video soon, so that's cool.
Cool beans.
And Edward said he had them twice. I'm not sure what that means.
Measles, I think.
Is it?
I think
No,
that's
and he says, haha, just kidding. You can't get them twice. The strip is not real safe anymore. What does that mean, Las Vegas urban treasure hunter? How is it the strip is not safe? I'd like to know. I mean, I know that there's way too many illegals and transients in Vegas now, but I mean, are you going to get stabbed walking down the street or somebody's
No.
just going to grab your purse and run? What does not safe
No.
mean?
Every time I have been
Good
at
night,
Vegas,
PCMD.
every time I have been at Vegas, everyone has been nothing but nice and welcoming, and I have not seen any, like, I have not seen any evidence of, like,
No
super
thug
crime.
life. No,
As
no
long as you're
thugs.
not, I suppose, going into these really horrible dark alleys, listening to presentations.
yeah.
I
Without
know.
your ID.
Well, you know, the thing about that, I was with my husband. My husband's kind of a big enough guy, and he can handle himself. I mean, he's. I'm not worried at all being with him, even if neither of us is carrying, which we weren't because we flew on a plane. So we're, yeah. Well, I usually feel pretty safe when I'm with my husband. But good night, Jersey History Hunter. Audra, it's good to see you. Appreciate it, and thank you for the banana, whatever that means.
Banana.
I know.
Or is
why
that
would
a
they have
moon?
banana?
I think it's a moon.
It is? Oh, I thought it was a
Moon.
banana. I
Yeah.
was like, thank you for the banana.
Crescent moon. Good
Yum.
night.
Yeah, I think it's a moon.
Audra has the coolest song on her channel. She has I Love Digging Holes. And it's the I Love Rock and Roll song. And they performed it. Her band performed it. It's really
I
cool.
love digging holes like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Have you heard it?
No. But I know what I love rock and roll sounds like.
You know, and it's I love digging holes. And I don't know what it's. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. Can't be it. So I'm not
No.
sure.
Hmm.
Edward says he's streaming at 8 p.m. Saturday night. I know I'll be streaming at the same time as Juice. Everyone's welcome. Yeah, and we're all going to be in Juice's stream. But you know what, Edward? The minute you change your stream time to something that's not Juice, I would totally show up for you. I feel bad, but I can't help it. Juice is my first love. No, I'm just kidding.
Aww.
But I do make sure that I'm there. I'm going to check real quick and figure out what I ended up doing. Remember, tomorrow morning we're going to get together and we're going to do a little Oktoberfest on my channel, and then we're going to go raid Just Be Cool. And I hope you guys can be there. We're doing it early enough that people can still get out in the afternoon and go. They can go detecting. Now that said, I found you guys a live stream we can raid. I'm going to put the link into chat. Make sure you go over there and tell her Diggun raid. Go Diggun friends. Diggun raid. And there you go. This is a Paranormal Search is one of the gals that goes into AAP's stream. And everybody knows AAP. He does the thing during the day where you can pollinate other channels and grow. And I've certainly found a lot of channels through AAP's site. So I went ahead and popped over there. I hope you guys do too. Patrick, it was a pleasure hanging out with you. Thank you so much.
It was.
And Anita,
yes. Thank you.
You are always welcome on my channel. I appreciated having you here. Got a chance to visit. I'm looking at you guys on the world's smallest screen because I usually stream upstairs on the 32-inch, and I'm on this little 12-inch tiny screen right now. So you guys are all like teeny tiny, this tall. But here I can go to. Oh, I can't. There's sometimes you can like touch fingers. If I go like this. And go like this. I could touch fingers.
Oh, right. Here, I have to.
There you go. Touch fingers. High five.
Okay.
Okay, ready? High five. Touch fingers. Look at that. I can match.
I'm backwards. Oh, there we go.
Okay, everybody. Power Rangers. Go, go, go. No, I'm sorry. All right. I'm going to say goodnight, guys.
Right.
Everybody, thank you so much for being
Yep.
here.
Good night.
Mark TBH, get a hold of me if you're going to start streaming. I want to get you onto Dig Streams so that we've got your slot. And good night, Patrick. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Danny says, good night, everyone. Sleep well. Have a great night. My friend Anita.
Good
And
night.
Marty says, what? Pull my finger? Las Vegas says, another fun stream. Stay safe out there. Everyone be happy. Yeah, happy hunting and keep on swinging. That's right. Exactly. A great sentiment. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. I had fun. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Digging out.